How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is the post-episode 13 live stream. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We are having an amazing day so far. Holy smokes, had some big things happen today. So let's see, I'm just making sure everything's looking good on my end. Everything's in the green over here. Looking good. Make sure that, yep, that's all turned on and active. Probably be good to hit the button so the game plays in the background. Why not? Let's see. Perfect. Now, we've got Reckless. Reckless, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Says, hi, can't wait. Oh, I couldn't either. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's been a good day so far. Jody! Jody, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night as well. Jody says hi, and Reckless says hi to Jody. We've got Jody also saying, how's everybody? And get ready to do some farming simulator. #1 streamer, my #1 buddy, Big Daddy Dave. Thank you so much, Jody. I appreciate that so very much. Reckless says, good morning. That's right. Over in your neck of the woods, it's what, about 4 o'clock, I think? Best guess, I think. Jonah, how's it going, Jonah? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Jody says, last gold farming, good day. Awesome, bud. Glad to hear it. Will T, yo, what up? Will T, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. David! Hey guys, hey BDD, hope we all doing well. I am doing fantastic, David. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, today has been an amazing day. I cannot wait to tell everybody about it. Joey says, I heard about the good news. It's really awesome. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ken, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far, Ken. Let's see, 3:30. Okay, so I was close. About 4. I said 4, so I'm over on the Price is Right rules, but that's okay. Close enough. Will said, just watched the Transformer 1 trailer. It's awesome. Okay. His news is awesome. Yes. Yes, it is. It has been a fantastic day. As you can see, we've got a bit of contract work here. Before we get going on that, though, we're going to wait a few more minutes to see who all joins us. Holy smokes, I cannot wait. Let me see something just real quick. We've got 3 contracts that are active right now and a 4th baling contract just kind of sitting there waiting for us. We might finish those and go into the next month if no other contracts are available this month. We are bright and early in September, so one of those, it's time to start making money. We were able to work our tookuses off to get paid off on our loan. For those who haven't seen episode 13, I'm not going to go too deep, but wow, did we work hard. Holy smoke. Spent hours and hours in multiple different recording sessions to get that all said and done. It was a lot. Thankfully, we have a AI in this game, because I couldn't imagine doing all that work by myself. Holy smokes. It was intense. Let's see. Will says, hey Jody and Ken. Will says, I'm eating some ice cream. Ooh, nice. Let's see. Truckzilla says, yo, I saw you don't have many viewers, so sub for you. Hey, Truckzilla, I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Jody says, my wife is loving playing on the Valley, the old farm. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Glad to hear it. Jonah says, did you hear about the train crash in Folkston, Georgia? No, I did not. That's crazy. What is up with all these train crashes here? There was one over in Ohio a while back. It was all loaded with chemicals. Now there's another one there in Georgia. What is up with this stuff? Truckzilla, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Reckless says, what are we going today? Jody says, I'm having some Oreo cookies and milk. Ooh, nice. Let's see. Truckzilla says there was a train crash. Did you hear about Dubai? Yeah, Dubai is all like wrecked out right now. It's all flooded and mostly underwater from what I understand. I've seen some of the videos. Truxilla says, I didn't know that. Jonas says, 2 trains collided head on. 3 in the... Wow! How does that happen? How do you get 2 trains going in the opposite directions in the... How? You know somebody's fired. Jeepers creepers, that's nuts. Okay, well, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we've got to get equipment all over the map here. We've got to get this one over to field 5, so let's start by doing that. Nope, wrong. Oh, and of course we got to save. So let's get this all set up and over there first. Oh, come on now. It's not reachable. You lie! You tell lies, and I don't like it when you lie to me. Alright, let's try this now. There we go. And now what I'm going to do here... There we go. I'm going to take my tractor, my swather mower here, because I have one contract for silage and one for hay. And my plan is I'm going to use this one here because it has the conditioner built into it. I can just send this over to the field that needs the hay made, get it done in one pass, one cut, be good to go from there. I'm not going to have to worry about it. I've got a quick baler as part of the contracts, so that is going to be, you know, super quick and easy and pretty painless for the most part. Let's go ahead and put this down to about right there. Close enough. I have a feeling that both of those mowers are going to run into each other. Let's see. All right. Oof. I'm gonna have to figure this out now, aren't I? Well, you know what? It's one of those. Most times, bull in the china shop tends to work. So, moo. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'll go ahead and start explaining how my day went. Like I mentioned, it has been a fantastic day so far. Oops. Ah. I nudged it just enough to get it off of the pin. Darn it. So anyways, day started out rather early this morning. And yeah, it started off, I'm not going to say it was rough, but it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. So today was the very first day where my daughter, not only did she figure out how to get out of her little sleep sack, because she sleeps in this little, it's like a child's sleeping bag. It's probably the best way I can describe what this thing is. It's, you know, it has little arm sleeves that lets her little arms hang out of it. Actually, where's this field? Oh, this is at the farm. Okay. But it lets her little arms hang out of it, but then she was able to somehow figure out how to get her arms in and underneath and then up the neck hole. She stretched out the neck hole enough to where she was able to then slide out from the entire oh. I have a feeling that's going to be really bad when I go to see that. But she stretched out the neck hole just enough to where she was then able to get her whole body out. Alright. Perfect. Let's go see what... yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be... There we go. Oh, man. I have a feeling I better keep this other tractor here. Oh, my goodness. Alright, there we go. Okay, okay. Close enough. Nope, still didn't mean to do that. Nope, stop. Whatever it is that you think that you're doing, you're not. Just stop it. Stop it. So anyways, she figured out how to get her whole body out of this little sleep sack that she has. And then she decided to go ahead and go completely bottomless and messed in her crib. So Daddy woke up to the whole crib needing to be cleaned and sanitized and the whole 9 yards. That was a very interesting way to wake up. First time we've ever had to deal with that, but not a huge deal. There we go. Let me go ahead and find that. Let's see, can I make this go over there? Oh, come on now. There we go. And okay, so that's going to by the farm. This then needs to go hook up. Oof, I'm gonna have to clear out some space. So anyways, I had to clean all that mess up and all that stuff. It sucked, but not a big deal. You know, you grow to expect that from little kids. You know, what is the quickest and easiest way I can make a mess today? And yeah, she figured it out. So after we got her all cleaned up and, you know, had her, you know, rinsed off and all that stuff, we ended up deciding that we were going to go and take her to the jump house today. And she absolutely loves the jump house. She goes and has a ball, and just sitting there chasing her around and just watching her having fun. That's just a great day. And my wife was there, but, you know, she obviously can't jump because she's almost, 8 months pregnant now. She's going to, you know, have a baby next month. And one of those where she's not really going to do much chasing at this point. So we ended up, you know, having me go run around, chase her around, and do all that stuff, which was a blast. We had an absolute ball. We came home, and I'm purposely obfuscating the big news. The big news happened very early this morning, just after I found out the whole mess issue. But I'm gonna kind of build you the entirety of the day. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take this. Okay, perfect. Like that. And all right, it's making it back there. Okay, good. Now let's see if I can actually get this onto the trailer and then get the tractor out of the way. All right. Something like that, maybe? Close enough? I'll go ahead and read the chat here in just a second to see what everyone's saying there, because I can see it is moving a mile a minute. Holy smokes. We just clobbered away. It's all good. Oh dear. I don't know how that just happened, but it registered that the that the auto-loading bale trailer there was connected to me somehow. All right, let's get this out of town, and then I will read all the chat, catch back up, and I'll continue the story. So we will get this just beyond the next road where all the traffic comes out, and then we should be able to safely let the worker go. But because we have a massive combine here, if I let the worker go, they'll just stop halfway into town here anytime they pass by traffic. All right, perfect. So let's get this. Like there. No. That's a lie. Still a lie. Why are you lying to me? Maybe out here? What are you doing to me, AI? What are you doing to me? What is up with that? Oh my goodness. All right. Whew. Take a breath. It's okay. Ooh, I should go and get some, yes, I'm going to get some silage additives so I get that bonus. Anyways, let me read the chat real quick, and I'll get back to the story. Holy smokes, I'm way off. Okay. Why is there so much random stuff happening? Says Truckzilla. Truckzilla, that's just how we roll, bud. That's how we roll. We do a whole bunch of stuff around here. Reckless says, what are we doing today? Well, we got contracts and we've got to share some good news. Will then says, hi on the job. Well, Jonah says, I can send you a picture of the crash I got. Oh, wow. You got a picture of it? Yeah, go ahead and message me that, bud. I'm definitely interested. I'm still fathom as to how they go head on. Like, how do you get two trains going in different directions on one pair of tracks? Like, what operator messed that up so beyond? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm just, you know what? I'm glad it wasn't me. Anyways, Truckzilla says, I'm obsessed with Farming Simulator, but I can't play it because my controller broke. Oh, man, that stinks, bud. Hate to hear that happen. What system are you on? Will then says, I can't wait for custom moddings. John Deere 9R is with Giants Mod Hub team. Nice. Jody then says, you've seen that one map that got removed from the Mod Hub? Something about the fences on the map. They used somebody. Really? Which map? And, oh, Will beat me to the punch. Which map? Truxilla says, Jody, I didn't. Can you tell me more? Ken says, great news. I got Evergreen Valley map finally done. Nice. Oh, Ken, I know you've been working on that so hard, bud. That's awesome. Glad to hear you finally got it. The reason was I forgot to turn the Xbox Game Pass on. That would do it. That would do it. And I don't know why all of a sudden it decided to stop. But we're already here at the farm, so I will continue reading the chat there, and then we will get to work on this field. Alright, there's my field, so I've got to be careful with that, because I don't want to crush my soybeans. I worked really hard on getting those soybeans planted. Alright, there we go. We'll stop right there. Alright, let me continue reading. So we've got... Will then says, Carpathian Countryside got a great update. Yes, it did. Holy smokes. Now, Carpathian Countryside, I am a huge fan. And it was one of those where I actually got to speak to Mr. Hector a while back in regards to one of the updates that he put out. And it was my bad. He was actually correcting one of my videos and made me actually go through, not made me, I was more than happy to do it, but I went through and corrected my issues that was with that particular update. So it was really cool to kind of get to chat with him and let him know. It's like, hey, man, I'm a really big fan of your map. This is really awesome stuff. And I really do enjoy Carpathian Countryside. I think it's definitely one of those maps that is up there at the higher levels of maps that are available to us. Let's see. Garrett, hey, how's it going? Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? Garrett, doing fantastic. Hope you're having a fantastic night so far, too. Jody said she's a smart little girl. Yes, oh my goodness, yes she is. Just you wait until we tell the rest of the story. Truckzilla says, yo, do you have a stream schedule? I do not. Unfortunately, I am well, not unfortunately, let me rephrase that. Very fortunately, I am a full-time husband, father, and unfortunately a full-time worker as well. So I kind of do this all on the side, and because of that, it's one of those that I don't have the ability to say, you know, I'm going to be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or anything like that. So what tends to happen here on the channel is that these live streams are actually the bridges between the episodes of the Let's Play series that I do. So I have a Let's Play series where it's, you know, the kind of not the behind the scenes, it's the edited version and the storytelling version of what we're doing here today. So it's just one of those where once we're able to dedicate more time and whatnot, then we can kind of potentially come up with an actual schedule. But for right now, it's just too many pins being juggled at the moment. Go ahead and move this out here. All right, let me continue the chat. So we've got Jody says, my wife said, what's the first production you do on Valley Old Farm? So the first one that I can remember doing on the Valley the Old Farm, I believe was it the biogas plant on that map? I honestly don't remember. I know there's like a potato productions on that map where you can make fries. There's, if I'm not mistaken, I think the first one I actually bought was the grain mill, but I bought it to sub it out for the modernized version of the grain mill because it was the same exact mod. So what I was able to do is buy the property with the production point on it, sell it, and then rebuild it with the modernized version, which also gives you things like pig feed and chaff as like byproducts. So it works out really good, but you have to have some kind of power source, whether it's electricity, whether it's diesel or whatever. So it's one of those where it builds up and it gets a little expensive right away, but I had enough money to where I was able to kind of do all that all in one go. I know that was in there somewhere. I just don't remember if that was the first one I did or not. Ken says, typical AI workers, right? Will then says, what kind of things does a farmer talk about when they're milking cows? Utter nonsense. 100%, Will. 100%. I love it. Do you have a form to become a mod? I'm sorry, Truxil, I don't understand what you're asking there. Let's see. David says, my daughter, when she was about 2-ish, used to wake up in the morning, and as she played in the bedroom, she would take her diaper contents and rub it on the walls. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh man, don't give my kid ideas, Dave. Don't do it. David, don't do it. We're gonna check that away from this household. we don't want those lingering in the air. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, when she did all this, like she made most of the mess in her diaper, but because it was, in the like, not to be too crude, but like because it was stuck on kind of thing, every time she sat down and moved around, she just smeared it around everywhere. So it just was a huge mess to clean up this morning. And waking up that early in the morning and then, just waking up and finding that is like, oh, hello. And then, you just got to look at him. It's like, oh, thank you that you're cute. Oh, my goodness. Will said, did you hear about the wooden tractor? It had wooden wheels, a wooden engine, wooden transmission, wooden work. Will, I think you're cutting into Jonas territory there, bud. But I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Ken says LMAO to Will. Will then says AI actual idiots. Absolutely. All right, let me go ahead and get working on this field, and then I'll continue catching up to the chat in just a little while. So anyways, to continue the story, so we ended up going out to the jump house, right? And we ended up having an absolute ball. She just loves the jump house, and she's just starting to get to the point where she's learning to jump. Before she would just kind of run and kind of use the little trampoline areas to kind of just run across. But now she's actually figuring out that if she jumps, that means that she actually gets a little extra oomph and cushion from the trampoline. So she's starting to understand this. So it's absolutely adorable to see her little 2-year-old legs just like hop, 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 hop. But because it's not like a full-blown jump. It's like just little hops. Little here and there, but oh my goodness, is adorable. So after that, we decided that we were going to go up to the carpet store, because we were talking, my wife and I have been talking that we were going to replace the carpets in the man cave where I'm actually doing the recordings here. Because we have 3 dogs, and dogs will be dogs. They make messes every once in a while, and the
dog that we put down, a couple weeks ago, he was starting to make messes, quite a bit, kind of thing. And there was just no stopping it, kind of thing. I would let him out every hour, every 2 hours, and just was not helping. So it was just one of those. We decided, hey, let's talk about it. We go up there. It's not a giant room. I wouldn't say, um, but they quoted us over $1,000 for the carpet pad and installation, and I'm like, no, no, we are not spending that kind of money. And the vast minority of the cost was the installation and the padding. It was all the carpet, and I'm like, we did this room several years ago, and I know the economy's being hit hard right now. I know that inflation's happening worldwide and whatnot, but I vaguely remember spending about 600, several years ago on the carpet. Now they're quoting me over 1,000. It's like, holy smokes! That just kind of just sucked it all into like reality there. So yeah, we don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. So we ended up, going from there, and we went home. And about this time, it's time to put the little one back down for a nap and whatnot. And she was more than ready for her nap. Well, then the day really kind of picked up, and the reason it picked up is earlier that morning, I got an email. This email I've been waiting for weeks now. I had done this, I want to say about, it was actually before I had to put the dog down, so it was probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe. And I applied for the Giants Partner Program, and it was right after we hit 1,500 subscribers. So we got accepted. I received the email today, this morning, that we are now officially in the partner program. And down in the description below, you will see a load of links. And in those links are my affiliate links to various bits of DLC, to the game, and all that stuff. Now, it is all PC and Mac based. Everything that's there is all PC and Mac based, and that's just everything that has to do with the partner program is all PC and Macs. Unfortunately, there's no such, affiliate links to consoles or anything like that. But if you're in the market for buying any of the DLCs, the game itself, feel free to check out that link in the description below for whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's the game, the download for the game, the DLCs that are now available, the premium expansion, platinum expansion. They're all in there, and they all have a link, and they can all send you to their purchasing page. And if you go through that and use my code BDD Gaming, you will then be able to help support the channel and show them that you are affiliated with me. So I am just so stoked to be a part of this. I went ahead and changed the banner to the YouTube page to show the partner program badge. It's awesome. I'm just so absolutely just beside myself with, smiling ear to ear about all this, because we've been working so hard on this channel trying to get, just building it slowly but surely, and getting where we need to be able to make the right, decisions going forward and into the future, kind of thing. And I think that this is the next logical step, that we make solely Farming Simulator content, so it makes sense to be a part of their program. And yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really stoked about it, because it's just yet one more marker down for this channel. It's one more step towards the ultimate goal, which is to, who knows, maybe do Farming Simulator content full-time, kind of thing. I mean, never know until we get there. But I just want to thank every single one of you, because without you, this channel wouldn't be where it is today. Without you, I wouldn't be a part of the partner program. I wouldn't be affiliated with Giants at this point. It would just be kind of me, talking into the ether, kind of thing. So again, thank every single one of you so very, very much. I am incredibly grateful and eternally appreciative of everything, of absolutely everything. So yeah, any of you eagle-eyed viewers would have seen that earlier today I had changed the banner on the channel page to indicate the partnership with Giants there. So I'm just really stoked about it. On top of all that, I mean, we've been growing. I feel like really, really, like we've just been growing just massively in the last little while. You know, you figure here recently we got channel merch, we got over 1,000 subscribers a while back, we got 1,500 not too long ago, which allowed me to apply for the partner program. We've got, I mean, I just feel like things are going and going and going. And like I said, we got the channel merch now, which I'm super proud of and super excited for. Just one thing after another that's been going right for this channel, and I'm just super, super pleased with it. So yeah, I hope that everyone here is excited for it, just like I am, because, oh, it is fantastic. Let's go ahead and make our way around. I wonder, this trailer combination probably only holds like, what, 30,000-ish liters? Maybe 40,000-ish? If it's less than my semi-truck, I might grab the semi-truck and trailer and just bring that over and start using that. We'll see what one full load gets me. Whoa, whoa, wee, fishtail. Let's see, so where is... Wow, I made it all the way over here? In one head? Wow. I know the Claas has like 16,000 liters of storage, but... Huh. And just like we're doing with all of our products right now, we're trying to save it to make seeds. So anything we have left over on this field is going to be used towards the seed production. Let's go ahead and turn that off. All right, so let's continue to read the chat there real quick. So we've got... where was I? Outlaw Custom, how's it going? I usually call the AI workers some not so nice names sometimes. Outlaw, I'm right there with you. When I'm not streaming, I've got some choice words for them. Garrett says the AI in FS22 is worse than FS17. Yes, at times I will 100% agree with that. Truckzilla says I'm on Xbox One all digital, or Xbox One S all digital. It is the rarest Xbox controller. Oof. Yeah, so you're gonna have to eventually find a replacement for that there, bud. Hopefully you can do that. Jody says the map, the French map that came out. Oh no, they took out the French map. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called. Truckzilla says console. Jody says it is the map that had a lot of super detail on it. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about there, bud. Garrett says, or was the first one on console 16? Reckless is 78 469. So, I'm sorry, Reckless. I don't understand what that's. Maybe I missed something there. Let's see. Whoops, and it jumped around on me. There it is. Will said, I almost died today. Driving in the opposite direction was an oversized vehicle and a semi tried to pass. Oh my goodness, and almost hit me in the process. I swear. Oh man, Will. That's crazy, man. Oh, yeah, absolutely be careful, bud, because, that's the thing is, You never know. You never know what silly things. Like, I've been noticing here lately that people have been driving just incredibly reckless, especially around me. I'm used to people driving like really kind of lackadaisical around me here in Florida, but it's one of those, like, I feel like it's been getting to a whole new level because here lately I feel like people are not only just being, um, what's the best word for it? They're not just being silly, but they're also being incredibly reckless. Um, so, for example, I was driving out to the bounce house this morning, and for some reason, I'm driving maybe 10 over the speed limit, maybe like 7, like 7 to 10, somewhere in that ballpark. And I'm in the middle lane. There's 3 lanes going in the same direction I'm traveling in. So I'm in one of 3 lanes in the middle. And all of a sudden I see this car come racing up behind me, and like I said, I'm going almost 10 over the speed limit, and they fly up behind me, get right on my bumper, and they are just adamant about me getting out of the way, even though, there's a lane to the right, lane to the left, and it's not like I'm in the fast lane. So it's one of those, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what the problem is, but that's my lane. I'm not going to speed up, to go beyond the speed limit more than I already was. And I'm where I'm at. Well, I guess they got tired of being behind me, so they go into the far right lane, and they gun it to try and get past me. Well, in the process, somebody merged that was in front of me, so they end up cutting them off and make it to where they can't get around now. So when they get up next to me, they just slam on the brakes. I mean, so hard that you actually heard the squeal from them braking so hard. So it was just one of those, like, whoa, like, what is going on here? And I'm just, at this point, I just don't care what's going on. It's like, you need to calm it down, kind of thing. So when it was all said and done, they ended up getting up and around and just completely driving like a maniac. But it was just one of those, like, why are you needing to drive so badly, so reckless and so aggressive that you're putting everybody else around you in danger? Especially my 2-year-old that's in the car with me, my wife who's also with me and pregnant. What is going on in your life that you feel that you have the right to do and act like this? It's one of those, I say it a lot, but it's like people act as if the world is theirs and we should just be grateful that we exist in it, kind of thing. So it was really kind of a wild day, and that happened like 3 or 4 times today, where just people just for some reason were just in an absolute rush. And it's not like we were in rush hour traffic or anything like that. It's not even like we were leaving during a real busy time of the day, because the jump house does toddler time at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's one of those, like, at that time people are at work, they're doing their own thing. We were on our way there. It was probably about 9:30, trying to get out into that area. And yeah, it was nuts. It was just absolutely nuts. And like I said, this isn't the first time that this has happened here recently. It just seems like it's happening more and more often. And I don't get it. I don't understand why. And like I said, if I was going 10 under the speed limit, and people are just racing up behind me and it's like, flashing their lights or getting angry kind of thing, I can understand that. I can understand being like, you know what, you're going way under the speed limit, get over, kind of thing. But it's traffic. There's traffic everywhere, especially around where I'm at. There's always traffic. There's always congestion, kind of thing. You never go anywhere in Florida that isn't just like pretty much bumper to bumper kind of thing. It flows, but you've got traffic all around you. It's kind of one of those, you get used to it kind of thing. And yeah, I just don't get it. Don't understand why people are so lackadaisical. And then you get the opposite end of that spectrum, where it's not just overly aggressive, it's just completely oblivious. So, like, again, perfect example. I was driving out, it was either yesterday or the day before. We were going to the store, and the way that the road's laid out, again, it's a three lane highway going in this particular direction I'm heading in. But then there's a left turn at a light, and at the light at the left turn there are 2 lanes dedicated. So now it expands out to 5 lanes. Well, traffic is slowing down in the left lane, which I am in, because traffic is getting backed up into these turn lanes. There's enough traffic to where it's actually backing up really, really far, and actually starting to back up into the straight lanes, kind of thing. It's like all the way backwards, expands out, kind of thing. Well, I don't have to turn at that light. I am actually going through the light to make a left-hand turn further down the street, kind of thing, just beyond this light. Well, traffic starts, going in front of me, and, the person in front of me merges and goes off to the left. Well, then all of a sudden, the person that was in the middle lane, sorry, my wife's texting me. I might have to put the stream on pause for just a little bit. Oh, what happened there? Is that... Oh, that's, huh. That's weird. That's withered. In the same field that's been ready to harvest. That is odd. Anyways, so I start going, and the person from the middle lane sees that the car that's in front of me merged over. Well, I'm starting to get going. Well, they end up cutting me off. And I mean, I had to slam on the brakes. They almost ran into me, merged into me, because, they didn't pay attention that, hey, there's somebody now occupying that space. And I hit the horn, letting them know, hey, what are you doing? And I'll admit it, I was, rather peeved about it. And I'm honking the horn at her, and all of a sudden she throws up her hands, in the air, both hands in the air, like, what? What did I do? Like, why am I honking at her? Why am I upset at her? And like, and my wife's like, why are you so upset, kind of thing. I said, I'm less upset at the fact that she just cut us off and almost hit us. I'm more upset at the fact that she's oblivious as to why I'm upset. There we go. So yeah, needless to say, I feel you, Will. I absolutely... Long stories short, I feel you. One of those that crazy people are out there, gotta act accordingly. So let's go ahead and unload this. So yeah, see, this is 18,000 liters here. What is that back trailer? Is that another 18,000? If that is, it's like 36,000 liters. I'm trying to think just how much literage this is. Let's see. Whoa, fishtail. Easy. So yeah, anyways, it's just one of those where no matter what, drive carefully. And one thing I will say, seeing that we're on the tangential. Why can't I say that word? Tangential. You ever have those moments where you know the word that you're looking for, but for some reason you can't pronounce it? I'm having that moment right here and now, and I don't know why. I need to mute my microphone just really, really fast. I need to go and get my wife her pill. She hasn't been feeling good today, and she's got, like I said, 8 months pregnant. So I'm just going to pause the stream really fast. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So sorry about that. Like I said, she is 8 months pregnant. She isn't feeling too good today, so one of those that I told her that because she wasn't feeling good, if she needed something like her pills or something, go ahead and let me know and I will break away. But she's getting ready to go to sleep, so. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So let's see. Where was I? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong screen. Let's see. So Jonah says the train got sent down to the wrong track because the misaligned switch. Oh my goodness. That's nuts. See, Jody says, I don't like to look at the farm on Carpathian countryside. I know a lot of people like some maps. Tell somebody the other day, and I got on to me about it. You know, but like I keep saying, it's one of those that this game is so great because there can be maps that some people like that others don't. You know, that's why I try always, whenever I do my map tours and all that stuff, when I give ratings on maps and at the end of the tour and whatnot, I always go out of my way to say, hey, you know, just because I give this a grade of, 1, 2, or whatever, something that'd be considered low, just because I give it a grade doesn't mean that I'm the arbiter of all that is truth, kind of thing. This game is so subjective. It's down to the person playing it every single time. So just because I'm just some YouTube guy sitting here saying, hey, I don't like this map, doesn't mean that, it's like the universal stamp of approval. Everybody must follow what I say or else kind of thing. No, it doesn't work like that. It's one of those where if you generally agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, that's fine too. But just because even if a lot of people like something, or if a lot of people don't like something, that doesn't mean that there's going to be those other people who have the opposite side of the fence, kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So one of those that, bud, if you don't care for it, then you go on with your bad self. One of those where the only person that has to be, happy with whatever it is that you're doing at the end of the day is you. And if people don't like that or can't understand it, then, that's a them problem. Let's see. Can I? Probably not yet. Try one more pass that way. Now it should be wide enough to be able to set the worker off. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Anyways, now we're going to catch up with the chat because we keep chatting. So, Reckless says, bye for now. See you later. Reckless, hope you have yourself a fantastic night. I know it's really late, over 4 o'clock at your time, so thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a fantastic night, bud. Will says, when BDD isn't streaming, I am LOL. 100%, bud. Jody says, helping my wife mow the grass on the map. Awesome. See, Jody, you're you're earning hubby points, and that is key. The good thing, how do I want to say this? The sign of a good marriage is when you try to earn those points. Not to cash them in, not to do anything like that, but you try to earn them. You try and make it to where you're like, you know what, let me do this for you. For the husband, for the wife, it doesn't matter. For the boyfriend, for the girlfriend, it doesn't matter. You're sitting there and trying to help each other, to serve each other, and to do things like that. That is the key to a good relationship, is you're always trying to help out, and you're always trying to be there for the other. Fantastic thing, bud. Fantastic thing. Let's see. Will says, April shower bring May flowers, but what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims. Oh no. Will says, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta? Will, you're taking Jonah's stick there, bud. I love it though. Let's see. Will then says, how do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it? That's a classic right there.
Jonah says, Will, I'm the dad joke guy. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Wilden says, what is funny mountain called? Hilarious. LOL. Jonah, what do you call a song about a tortilla? A rap? Last one, LOL. Outlaw says, congratulations on the partnership.
Thank you, Outlaw. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. You know, like I said, it's just one more thing that we're doing for the channel here that's helping us grow, that's helping us be more self-sufficient and just allowing us to continue to grow and hopefully be able to continue down this line of being able to do more and more and bigger stuff. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm putting my nose to the grindstone. I'm working very, very, very hard to make sure that we're putting out the content, that we're doing everything that we need to do around here to make sure that we have something that people are going to enjoy. And what are you doing, worker? What was this? Up, down, up, down, up, down. What did you achieve by doing the up, down, up, down, up, down? Let's get this thing out of the way, because I know this is coming, that eventually the worker's going to get right to where I'm parked, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the worker's blocked. Here we go. Something like that, maybe.
Okay. Wilman says, Ken, I was paying attention, but people are in too much of a hurry. The truck driver saw me and the other person behind me. Oh, man, that's nuts, man. But thankfully that you're okay. Let's just you know, throw our hands up and
be thankful about that.
Let's see. David says, congratulations, BDD. That's massive news. Big step for the channel's buzzing for me.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I couldn't be prouder and I couldn't be happier. One of those, like I said, I'm just incredibly grateful to every single one of you out there. I'm grateful for every single person watching tonight, subscribe to the channel, members of the channel. Everything that's going on in this channel is just an absolute, how do I want to put it? It is an absolute blessing. Let's just throw it. Let's just say it that way. It's one of those that, you know, I've worked very hard to get up to this point, and I'm just really glad that we're finding the audience and finding the people who are enjoying the content, that's enjoying coming out here and hanging out, you know, enjoying the space that we're building here and making a community that we can all be proud of. So yeah, all in all, very, very pleased about it. Very happy.
Jody says, hard work paid off, 100%. Jody also says, I'm really, really proud of you and everybody part of this channel. Thank you, bud. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Ken said, I also sorted out my pellet problem on Alma. Had to put down a pellet cell point to activate the train cell point. Really? Huh. Well, you know what? That's awesome, bud. Really, really glad you're able to figure that out. Jody also said, what do you get being a Giants partner?
So it's one of those where if people use the links that are just in the description below, if you use the links and you make sure that you use my promo code BDD Gaming, a portion of the sale then comes back to the channel, kind of thing. So if you're interested in buying expansions for your Farming Simulator game, if you're wanting to buy Farming Simulator, you know, it doesn't cost anything extra. It's just one of those, if you use the link and you use my promo code, one of those where a small portion of it comes back to the channel. So yeah, it would be greatly appreciative if you're able to use those. But again, it's only for PC and Mac players. It has no bearing on any of us like myself who uses consoles. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, it just dawned on me. I keep trying to remember to turn off the help window because I don't need it and it just takes up additional space. So I always remember to turn it off for the Let's Play series, but I never remember to turn it off for the live streams for some silly reason. Let's see. Where was I? Will says,
When he told me that he was now a part of the Giants partner program, I said, now multiplayer games.
Yes. And here's the thing is I want to be able to get to that point in this channel. I want to be able to get to the point where I'm able to dedicate the amount of time and be not just dedicate the time, but be able to say, hey, I am available between X time and X time, kind of thing, and actually have a schedule. Because right now, the way everything works out, I do not have a schedule. I do not have the ability to say, you know what, I'm going to be on between the hours of 1 and 3 or 2 and 9 or whatever the case is. The only thing I can guarantee is that I am on at 9:30 at night until the time I go to bed. That's the only time that's guaranteed. And the only reason that's guaranteed is because that's when my daughter and wife go to bed. That's it. So it's one of those where if Giants puts out any maps, any updates or anything like that, then I dedicate time to go to that. That's the first and foremost that always takes priority is map tours and map updates, because there's only a certain amount of time where they are considered relevant to people. So the quicker I can get them out, then the more relevant it is, kind of thing. So that's why they always take priority. Next comes the Let's Play series and live streams, kind of thing. So if no map tours and no updates are pushed out, then I can kind of backfill with the Let's Plays or live streams, depending on where we are. But here soon, we're going to be uncoupling the Let's Plays and live streams. They're going to be two separate entities. So we're going to have two separate maps, two separate kind of things going on, to where the live streams are going to be dedicated to one map, and it's just going to be just like we're doing here tonight. We're just going to be kind of, bopping back and forth, doing whatever we need to do on the farm. We're going to be doing contract work. We're going to be building. We're going to be doing every little thing. But to where the Let's Play series, that's going to be dedicated to the more behind the scenes and the edited kind of content. So I think it's going to be very nice to kind of do it that way. I'm really looking forward to it. But it's also going to open up the ability to have those days where if I release the Let's Play series, let's say like yesterday, I released episode 13. I don't stream the same day that I do a episode release. And the reason that is because not everybody's seen the episode. So I don't want to come out right away only a few hours afterwards and be like, okay, I just released at 5 o'clock. Well, here I am at 9:30 at night. And then nobody's seen it or who wants to have the opportunity to see it. But, they just haven't had a chance to. So it's kind of my mindset as to why we do things the way that we do them around here. But I think uncoupling them will make it to where, hey, if I released a Let's Play episode on, let's say, yesterday, then yesterday I could stream on the different map, and it's completely uncoupled. There's no connection between the two whatsoever. And I think that's going to work out rather nicely in the end. I think it's going to make for less downtime, but make for more opportunity to be able to do like what we're doing here, where we can come on a live stream and we'll be able to do and see bigger and more things. So I think it's going to be nice when everything's all kind of said and done. Let's see. Ken said, hopefully one day Giants will add pellet contracts to the game. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. That's something I can see them potentially doing for like FS25 maybe or beyond. But we'll see. David says Pelegny. That's what it was. French map. It is. Yes, Pelegny is the map that Jody was talking about. Jonas says, what did the excited gardener do when spring finally came? He wet his plants. Jonah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Will then says people can't drive anymore. 100%. Ken said, same here in New Zealand, Will T. Some people got small attention spans. Yes. Yes, 100%. Then Will said, really good French map got removed. I wanted to play it. Ah, man. Well, hopefully they'll be able to fix it up and get it back up and running, because that was a solid map. Will said, no, Jody said, this is the name of the map was removed Pelegny map. Yes. Okay. That's such a bummer. Eaton
says Z for some reason. Well, Eaton, I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let me know how you're doing there in the chat. Let's see. Will then says, is it just me, but I feel like uh, you know what? I'm not going to touch that one, bud. Not going to touch that at all. one of those where I will just go ahead and just let that one kind of roll on past. Jonah says, where's the tier 2 channel members list? Oh, Jonah. That's the other thing that we did around here, bud, and I'm glad that somebody noticed. All right, let me go ahead and empty this out, and then we'll go on to the next bit. So yesterday I had a little bit of extra time on my hands, and because the channel episode was releasing, episode 13 was releasing, I wanted to do something about the scroll bar. So the tier 2 members get a shout out every single live stream. That is what they get. And what was happening is that at the time I designed the scroll bar at the top of the screen there, the channel members were very small. I only had like 1 or 2 tier 2 channel members. Well, over the past month and a half, we've received a huge influx of channel members, and I am incredibly and eternally grateful for every single one of you out there who is a channel member. But I felt that it was doing a disservice because the limitations on Streamlabs doesn't allow me to keep a very specific size window for the scroll bar. Every time I add a name, it then makes it wider and narrower, so the what started as, reasonable sized font shrinks down and down and down because I'm adding more and more and more to it. I need to figure out where I'm going with this before I get too far. I am going to the grain sell point. I kind of figured that was where we were going, so this is where we're going. So anyways, long story short, I had to do something different because the names were getting so small I could barely read them on the screen, kind of thing. So I did this. And it leads me to a good jumping off point to be able to talk about all my tier 2 channel members. So we have got all the tier 2 channel members, and it's time to give them their shout out, starting with Mark K, Will T Gaming, Ken Adlam, Rail Fanning Jonah, Karma Comment Chameleon, Revere Time Todd, Crazy Chris Sims, Luke Bernie King, and Philippa Thompson. Thank you all so very, very much for being tier 2 channel members. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you want to become a channel member, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, or clicking the join button below or on the main channel page. There you can gain access to things such as custom badges, custom emojis, and you also can get early access to edited content such as the Let's Play series and channel shorts. All that starts for our Tier 1 members at 99 cents a month. Now, Tier 2 members get all of that plus what you just heard here, a shout out every single live stream and a placement on the screen here. Thank you all so very, very much. That Tier 2 starts at $4.99 a month, and it goes to help directly help grow the channel and continue the sustainability of the channel. So again, thank you all so very, very much. If you can, I greatly appreciate it. If you can't, I completely understand. Not a big deal. I want to thank all my members. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all my viewers here tonight on the live stream. Thank you all so much. And I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody who came in early. I saw that there was tons of chatter before I even got in and started the stream. That is so exciting to see, that people are not only wanting to be here tonight, but are waiting for it to start. It just made me feel so excited to see. So again, thank you all so very, very much. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. And now back to the stream. So Yeah, that is something that we're going to be doing from now on because, again, that little bar at the top there, it was incredibly difficult to read, and I felt that it was doing a disservice to all the channel members because of the small stature that it had on the screen. And it was just, as we continue to get more and more tier 2 members, it was going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and which it was just going to be no point. And it's a good problem to have, but I want to make sure that our channel members have a prominent space and a prominent signage. So yes, that's what happened to it, Jonah. But again, thank you so much for pointing that out. Let's see. Jody says, tell her I hope she feels better tonight. Isaiah prayer for her to get better. I appreciate that, Jody. I will absolutely let her know. Ken says, Wilty, I call them lazy drivers. 100% lazy drivers. Not paying attention. Jody says, I don't like upset with nobody, having people get mad at me. How to appreciate hardware map makers do. And here's the thing is, it's kind of the same position that I get into whenever I criticize a map. Here recently I gave a map like a 1 or something like that. I can't remember which map it was. I just wasn't a fan. But it's one of those where if you're getting people like giving you pushback and all that stuff, Jody, my advice is don't let it bother you. Because at the end of the day, they're allowed to have their opinions and you're allowed to have yours. And it's one of those where you don't need to sit there and feel like somebody, needs to influence or you don't need to feel like your opinion doesn't matter just because somebody else disagrees with you. Your opinion is just that, your opinion. Nobody's opinions are facts. They are just an opinion, nothing more. And if people can't understand that, then too bad, so sad kind of thing. One of those where, there's so much going on in the world today that if somebody's going to get upset over an opinion that you're holding, whatever the opinion is, well then, too bad, so sad. Like I said, one of those, go away. No time for that kind of nonsense. Nobody should give credence to just because somebody disagrees with an opinion, kind of thing. That's the kind of attitude and thing I go with is like. And here's the thing: if somebody's coming to talk to me and say, "Hey, I think," like just the other day, I gave a low opinion on the map, and somebody came by and was like, "Hey, I think that you're oh dear, wow, I just got clobbered." But they came to me and said, "Hey, I feel like you may have been a little bit too harsh," kind of thing. And they explained as to why they felt I was being a little harsh. You know what? I'm only able to fit 40,000 liters in this. Let's do this. Let's just put this right here. This doesn't need... I can get 50,000 liters in the trailer here, so I might as well use it. And I can go at 50 plus miles an hour. So I can get more and get there faster using this, so why not? And here's the thing, like I was saying, if somebody wants to disagree, I'm more than happy to listen. If it's one of those, like I said, kind of a hey, I think you might have been too hard, or somebody who's willing to kind of talk about it and say, hey, this is what I think. I'm always willing to listen to other people's opinion, kind of thing. It might not necessarily change how I feel about the situation, but it's one of those that I'm always willing to listen because, like I said, I don't feel that I'm always right, kind of thing. I'm always willing to learn. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to hear things out. There we go. But if somebody's, going to be, either like super aggressive about it, or they're like, oh no, you're wrong, kind of thing, and they shake their finger at you, well then there's no time for that. There's so much bigger and better things to do than to listen to somebody having a meltdown over an opinion, kind of thing. So don't let it bother you, bud. At the end of the day, there's bigger things to worry about in this world, and somebody disagreeing with an opinion you have, that's way low on the totem pole. Let's see, where was I? Jody says she's going back. She's going back on bed rest next week. Oh man. Wait, are we saying my wife or your wife? Your wife going on bed rest? Yeah, because she doesn't have too much longer. She's, if I remember right, y'all are a few weeks ahead of us in regards to the baby. So not too much more, not too much longer for you all. Jody says they don't give the channel members out only real good channels. They don't give the channel membership out only to the real good channels. Sorry, bud, if you could elaborate on that one, because I'm just not 100% sure what you're referring to with that one. Will says, if you haven't yet, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, and share the video. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Will said, I think you would do great at mod reviews. I would love to do mod reviews. I would absolutely love to do them, but again, it's one of those where I just can't dedicate the time to it at the moment. Maybe one of these days, just like the multiplayer gameplays and all that stuff, would love to be able to do it, just can't dedicate the time to it. So one day, we continue to grow this channel, we continue to work hard, we will get there. We will get there. I believe in myself, and I believe in the hard work and dedication that we're putting into this channel. So we will get there. We're gonna will it into existence. Pun intended. Will also said, what's Forrest Gump's password? 141. I love it. Run, Forrest, run. Will also says, why did the tomato blush? It saw the salad dressing. Love it. I had to post some more, LOL. Jonah said LOL. Ken says LOL. And Jonah says, will you may want to stop saying dad jokes, or else I may run out. Yeah, you gotta slow roll them. You can't just fire off the sabo all at once. You just gotta one at a time, making sure you don't deplete your stock. Let's see. LOL Jonah, I know a bunch of them. What keys unlock a banana? Monkeys. What's blue and doesn't weigh much? Light blue. Where do you learn to make a banana split? Sunday school. Even BDD can't drive. 100%. 100%. Now in real life I'm fine. In the game, not so much. Ken says, maybe you can put a billboard at the front of the farm to show the tier 2 members' names. Ooh, that would be pretty cool. Ken, that's a brilliant idea. I actually like that. I'll have to see some of the mods and see what kind of stuff they have, because that might be something I can look into to have people's names post. Oh, that might not be a bad idea. What if I went around what if I went around and renamed some of the buildings and stuff? Like I can say Ken's sheep barn, or like just all like random things around the map, just to have it kind of dedicated to all the members. That might not I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That'd be pretty cool. Will said LOL to Jonah. Ken said LOL to Jonah. Let's see. Jonah says, what's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint. That's a slapstick joke, Jonah. Let's see. Will then says, what happened to the frog that parked illegally? It got towed. What type of bear is toothless? A gummy bear. What cars do eggs drive? A Volkswagen. Oh, guys, I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, well, now that we've finally got all caught up to the chat, now that we've said all of our good news, it has been, oh man, I am just
Yeah, I am super, super stoked. Whoop. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm just. It has been a great, great day today. Uh, new partnership. Got the new. We got the new partnership. We got the new banner there for the members, and I mean, I like it. What do you all think? Let me know what you think in the comments there. Do you like the channel badge? Do you prefer the scrolling bar? It's one of those that I don't have a super strong opinion on it either way, but it's one of those that I felt that it was a ever and ever shrinking real estate for the names, and eventually it's going to be one of those that, or again, I hope it'll eventually be one of those where we have so many members that it's just going to be like a little scribble along the top of the bar there. So it was something that I felt like I wanted to get in front of before it actually became a severe problem kind of thing. Let's see. David says, I did a YouTube cause I am beginner, and still, if you look me up, my pick is me wearing a black cap and gray coat, and I keep getting copyright strikes for certain music vids, etc. So I know how hard it is. Yeah, that's the thing is, like when it comes to like music videos and all that stuff, like they are like they have that stuff on lockdown. When it comes to music and audio, yeah, all that stuff is incredibly, regulated and controlled by YouTube and whatnot. And I mean, for good reason. It's because they get into huge trouble if they don't moderate it and they don't keep it on kind of a lock and key kind of thing. So it's one of those where I could certainly understand them giving the strikes. I don't necessarily like it per se, but it also has to fall under the league of transformative in nature, and audio is kind of its own beast when it comes to fair use, because there's no transforming the audio per se, which is I know that's like the arguments that are made all the time when it comes to like music videos and stuff is, well, you can transform the video, you can put your face in the corner or you can talk over it, you can do that stuff, but you can't transform audio unless you're actually making a new piece of work kind of thing. So it's one of those where it's just kind of the rules we have to play with kind of thing. But that's also why YouTube does a really good job at giving the free music content that you can I think it's called the Creator Studio, where you can actually like pick songs and stuff that you want to tag. So whenever anybody's watching my content, watching like the Let's Play series in particular, there'll be times where I fast forward the working scenes and go through nope, I don't want you to go diving into my soybeans. Don't do that. There we go. But when I fast forward it, I can bring in the music, or at least the audio portion of the songs that YouTube deems as free and within the realms of not being copywritten and all that stuff. They allow you to use that particular sets of music. Let's see. Will said, why did the skeleton go on the roller coaster? It didn't. Why didn't it go on the roller coaster? Because it didn't have the guts. What did the cereal bring to the bank? Checks. Oh no. David says, so I have big respect for what you do for the vids and YouTube, because it is hard work. Big respect, my man. David, I greatly appreciate that, bud. I really, really do. It does. It takes a ton of work. And for those that know, like I said, I start at 9:30 at night consistently. Now here lately, because of issues that have been going on with work, I've been starting during midday, but that's going to be very soon wrapping up, and where I'm going to be getting back to full-time work and all that stuff. But it's one of those where I start at 9:30, and depending on what happened on that day, I could be up until 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been up sometimes as early as 5 o'clock in the morning, and having to wake up the next day at 8 o'clock in the morning kind of thing, to where I'm sitting there and, producing so much, trying to get it all out, because it's, like I said, especially on map tours and stuff, it's one of those where it's a very limited window of opportunity to be able to make the content and make it to where it's relevant, because when it comes to tours and updates and stuff like that, there's only so long that your content can stay relevant, because what happens is, because there's other creators in this space, if you don't put it out sooner rather than later kind of thing, well, then somebody else is going to put out, and people were going to go check out their channels and their content rather than yours kind of thing. So the sooner you can put it out there, the sooner you can get it, in front of people's, eyes, the more chance that you have on capturing the audience and capturing more and more people into the videos that you produce. So that's also part of the reason why I started doing the channel updates, or I'm sorry, the map updates, is because there was what I felt was a market that wasn't really dedicated to it. There wasn't a lot of people out there that are not only showing the update logs, but are showing it in such a way that is going to be detailed enough to where people are going to be like, you know what, is this going to be worth my time? Is this, fruit going to be worth the squeeze kind of thing in this particular update? So one of those where I wanted to go through and be like, okay, this is the update, this is the change log kind of thing, and these are the items that it's referring to, so people can make the decision kind of thing. Because I couldn't tell you the number of times I'd be like, okay, I'm going to read through the change logs, see what it tells me that it is, and then not really either understand or not really go too deep into it to be able to know whether or not I was going to be okay with the update kind of thing. And there's times where the update just isn't necessarily worth it kind of thing, to where, especially when there's a new save game involved, it's one of those where you might be able to read what the update is, but you can't visualize it. You can't really see what it is. So me going out there and showing, hey, this is what the update is, and this is the visually represented on the screen, I think helps a lot of people. And I've gotten tons of feedback, saying that, hey, this is awesome. I'm really glad that you're doing this, because not a lot of people do it kind of thing. Let's see. We've got... Let's see. Ken says, you're making me cry, Will. Oh, no. Let's see. David says, beginner DJ, sorry. Haha. Oh, no worries, bud. No worries. Jonah says, oh, by the way, I got my big Texas flat stay back. Oh, Jonah, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. So glad to hear that you're able to get that back. There's nothing worse than, losing a save. So I'm really happy that you were able to get it back. Will said, I haven't seen that emoji before, Ken. Does it mean you're laughing? I don't know. It looks almost like a frowny face with tears on it. So very possible that means he's... Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so I read ahead. Ken says, a YouTuber called Scroft has one of his role plays BDD. A YouTuber called Scroft. I know of Scroft. I've seen some of their content, and I think I'm subscribed to them on this channel. Has one of his role plays. Ken, can you elaborate on that, bud? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Yes, Will T. Will then says, oh, okay, Ken, LOL. I know a lot more. What's it called when a snowman throws a tantrum? A meltdown. Will then says, what cars do sheep drive? Lamborghinis. Will says, how do cows learn about current events? They read the moo scraper. Oh no. How do you make a waterbed bouncier? Fill it with pollen. I don't understand that one. That one went over my head. I have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it.
Jonah says, "What are you using? A joke book?" I bought Velcro sneakers, but they're just a total ripoff. I already said the construction joke. Oh no, we're gonna have a war in the chat of dad jokes. Oh no. Jonah, know why? These are ones I know. My brother timed me these. Uh, I think that's supposed to be taught me these. Whoops. I am clicking on stuff. Stop clicking. The skeleton took a shower. The skeleton forgot the shampoo in the shower. The skeleton took a shower. The skeleton forgot the shampoo in the shower. Told me. Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So we've got this worker kind of chugging along. Let's go ahead and start working on some of the other projects we have here. So like this one, we can set these worker off and allow them to start. There we go. We're just going to have to keep a lookout for when that notification comes up for the next unload. Oh man. But yeah, like I said, today has been an absolutely fantastic day. It was just one thing after another. You know, got to spend, you know, pretty much all day with the wife and kid. After the little one woke up from her nap this afternoon, we ended up having to go up to Sam's Club and go and pick up a few things. We were starting to run low on laundry stuff. And I tell you what, if you don't have a big family or whatnot, consider a Costco membership, consider a Sam's Club, even if you don't have a big family. And here's why. There are certain things that you can buy from those stores that make it absolutely worth it and are non-perishable. So things that we get, even though we're two adults and one child right now, we buy things such as toilet paper or paper towels, and you get so much more for a much cheaper cost, in the aggregate kind of thing. Buying in bulk, and as long as you got the storage for it, then it really works out to your advantage kind of thing. All those non-perishable things. Laundry stuff is another thing that we buy very regularly from Sam's. We'll get like fabric softeners, we'll get the little scent crystal kind of things, all that stuff, and it's all the bigger things, and you get it for cheaper per volume than you would just going up to, say, a Walmart or a grocery store kind of thing. So it works out very nicely to be able to kind of do it that way. So yeah, we ended up going up because tomorrow is our big laundry day. We'll do like little loads throughout the week, but our big laundry day, like when we're doing the bedding and doing all the like the dogs' beds and all that stuff, because we'll do that once a week, and we'll do it on Fridays. And we're starting to run low on our pods, and that's the other thing. Like if you got a dishwasher, they have like the dishwasher soaps. So it's all that kind of stuff that, yeah, you can have to pay like a membership fee and all that stuff, but that kind of stinks. But all in all, I think it well works out in the savings that you get, because like I said, you are getting the bigger product for much cheaper. But I get like dishwasher soap from them. I get the jet dry additive for the dishwasher. There's just so much that you can get that makes the membership worth it in the end. And like I said, as long as you got the space for it, then it works out. Let's see. Do I want to? I think I can go in this direction. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. But yeah, we ended up having to go to Sam's Club, and we stopped in at Walmart just down the way and picked up a few other things that Sam's didn't have.
And my wife, she looks at me and she's like, we should get like a little rotisserie chicken, uh, for our daughter and for us because we like to make little sandwiches out of them and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. We should get 2 chickens. I can get all the meat off them and all that stuff, and then we can use the carcasses to make broth. So my house smells amazing right now because we got some bone broth going on the stove, and it's wafting in from the other room. And oh my goodness, I keep getting reminded every couple of minutes of just the goodness that's on top of my stove. And yeah, looking forward to it. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Actually, here. Let's go. Oop. That looked like good timing there. Oh, come on. Come on. Pull. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Now we're getting there. And unload. Perfect. So let's see. We've got Will says he doesn't need shampoo, LOL. This is one I remember from 3 years ago. All the fruit go on vacation in Paris. Will says, BDD, how do you make a waterbed bouncier? Fill it with Spring. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. And it just dawned on me that I'm full up on the trailer. So let's take this up to sell it off. Like I said, I chased after the 2-year-old all morning. Had to clean up. I'm making some chicken broth right now. I tell you what, making chicken broth is so ridiculously simple. So simple. If you ever use recipes where chicken broth is required, or then consider subbing it out and making your own chicken broth, because it is stupid simple. So all you do is, whenever you buy either rotisserie chicken, or whenever you buy chicken with bones in it, anytime you have leftover bones, you take them, you freeze them in the freezer until you have enough to fill a large pot. Once you have enough to fill, why did I go this way? Once you have enough to fill a large pot, you then get like 2 whole carrots, so like 2 celery stalks, and a whole onion, like a white onion. And you also need some parsley, some bay leaves, and water. That's it. You take all those things and then you put them on your stove, with a cover on the pot, and you let it boil for, some people say 8 hours, some people say 24 hours. I tend to fall in the camp of the longer the better, because it helps get all the marrow and all the goodness from those bones into the broth. And after all that time where it's just sitting there boiling and cooking off and just marrying all the flavors and whatnot, once everything's done, you then take it, strain it out, and everything you have left over is chicken broth at that point. And it is so much better than anything you can buy at the store. Again, stupid simple. It is ridiculously easy, and it's so good, and it's so much better for you, because you can control how much salt goes into it. You can control what's actually in it. You never know what these manufacturers are putting into their products, that, especially if you don't read the ingredients labels and stuff, they sneak in stuff all the time. I'm a person that I don't like to eat things that I can't pronounce. So one of those that if I'm sitting there reading the label and it's got these really ridiculously long, you know, pharmaceutical names, I tend to avoid it, kind of thing. There we go. Unload this. Perfect. Oh yeah, look at that dumping out. But yeah, I mean, go through the next time you're in the store and you're looking in the soup aisle, and look at, you know, just your whatever local carrier of bone broth or chicken broth is, and read all the ingredients that are in that particular thing, and you will be stunned. It should be nothing more than what I just listed out before. Like I said, carrots, celery, parsley, bay leaves, water, and bones. That's and onions. That's it. That should be it. But you read the label and it's going to be, you know, a bajillion lines long, and words that only the scientist who created it is going to be able to pronounce. Oh, and we're back up to 80%. Yeah, and all it takes is a little bit of time. That's literally it. So it's one of those where that's something that I absolutely love, and it's just, like I said, it's just such a better flavor, you know. But I love making things like the dinner that I made for myself tonight, because my wife, she ended up wanting one of her heat up meals. She gets these little I forget what brand they are, but these little heat up meals. She wanted one of those, and my daughter ended up eating chicken. So what I ended up doing is taking some whole chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I ground them up with our KitchenAid grinder, and took those and basically made ground chicken. And after the ground chicken, I added in some taco seasonings, fried that off, and then I made some rice, mixed in the chicken with the rice after it cooked, topped it off with a very delicious, probably the best sauce I've made, but it's a chipotle sauce. It basically, the combination I did this time that made it turn out so delicious was Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, sour cream, dill, so like dill weed, the chipotle, they call it chipotle salsa, but I've heard it called like chipotle sauce. You can buy them in these little cans in the international aisle, and you take those, you take some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I don't know why I'm sitting here and not just trying to unload this thing. You take them and you blend it all together in a blender, and yeah, it turned out delicious. So you top that with your rice and your chicken. Is it gonna unload? There we go. And then you put on toppings like you would with like a burrito or like a taco. You know, you can do black beans, you can do corn, you can do avocados, tomatoes. You can do pretty much, basically it's a burrito bowl. You know, so you take the rice, you put it on the bottom, you sauce it, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of your toppings, and you're good to go. And boy, oh boy, was it good. Was it so good. But what I tend to do is I'll take that chicken broth and I will boil the rice in the chicken broth, and it'll absorb all the flavor and the goodness from that, and all the whenever you make homemade bone broth, which you don't get oftentimes in the store-bought stuff, is collagen. Bones are a natural source of collagen. So I know there's a lot of people out there. I know my wife, she does this all the time, where she has this collagen powder that she uses all the time. And one of those where she spends like $30 for a big tub of that collagen powder, to where you can make your own bone broth and have your own natural source of collagen from the bone broth. So another little benefit to the homemade broth. It's delicious, and it makes the rice, like I said, it makes the rice absolutely scrumptious. Let's close that like this, and boop boop. Run around fast farming, why not? So yeah, I was really tickled pink with that, um, making that for dinner tonight. So there we go. Like I said, I do a lot of the dinner cooking in my house. It's one of those that I really love to cook. I love to make stuff. Um, like I've mentioned this a few times on the channel here before, but it was one of those where before I made a gaming channel, I almost made a cooking channel kind of thing. And who knows, maybe one of these days that might be in the cards. BDD Cooks. as I've joked several times. But it's one of those that I would love to be able to do something like that. But here we go. But what was really cool, we've got one of those instant pots, the kind of pressure cooker slash, universal kind of cooking tool kind of thing. And I absolutely adore that thing. That thing is like the Swiss Army knife of cooking. And I started out by cooking the chicken in that pot. And you can turn it on to saute, and it sure enough did. It sauteed the chicken and cooked it all. And then I took all the chicken out, and after I took it out, I then set it off to the side, and that's when I started pressure cooking the rice and was able to get the perfect consistency of rice. So it's one of those that you can just push a button, set it, forget kind of deal, and it worked out perfectly. And then after the rice cooked, I was able to then combine everything and, kind of go from there. It was, again, a super easy meal, one pot meal kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be in an Instant Pot. It can be in, just a pan big enough to cook everything in. But what I love about that meal in particular is that I can make a big pot of it and have enough left over for several days kind of thing. So I'll typically have like 3-4 days worth of meals kind of thing, all prepped out and ready to go. And it keeps really, really well in the fridge. It does a really good job, and it's just as satisfying on day 2, 3 than it is on day 1 kind of thing. So let's go ahead and finish this pass here, and then we'll set the worker off to finish this section here. So yeah, we are just rocking and rolling here on the stream. We got so much going on. 3 contracts. I think we have a 4th contract kind of waiting in the wings at the moment. I think it's another baling contract. Let's go ahead and set the worker off like so. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's... Ooh, let's get that little chunk over there. So let's see. I will go ahead and catch up with the chat here in just a second. There we go. Oh, nope. No oats left behind. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop this down. Perfect. All right, where was I?
Jonah says, where do you find the flying rabbits? In the Air Force. Oh no, we really did start a war in here, didn't we? A dad joke war. Ken says, billboard on his roleplay, The Farmhands. I joined this channel. My name appears in the billboard at episode 155. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out there, Ken. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. That might be a really good way of going about it. I'll definitely check that out. Let's see. Will also says, my wife just told me this one, lol. I'm following the seafood diet. I see food, then I eat it. That's awesome. I love it. El pollo más insano. Isn't that the chicken is very crazy? I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Anyways, El pollo, hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Ken says, cool, Will. I seafood diet, seafood, and I eat it. Right, lol. I'm still laughing at that one. Yes. El Pollo says hi again. Hello, El Pollo. Let's see. Will T then says, what do you call Batman and Robin after they get flattened by steam? Flatman and Ribbon? Oh no. Benji! Hey Benji, how's it going? Nanu. Benji, what up? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far there, Benji. Ken says, I'm glad I don't have to change dirty diapers anymore. Most of my kids have grown up now. Oh, yeah. It's one of those where I find myself in a kind of weird spot because my daughter, she's 2. She's obviously not yet potty trained, but it's one of those where... Oh, what happened? It's one of those where it's going to be kind of like that kind of bittersweet pill to take. One of those where you're glad to see them growing up, but then you realize they're growing up kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's just... let me get to the truck. Oh, and that's all done. Nice. So here, let's actually get this down back to the farm. Then we can actually start baling this. That's awesome. We'll get the worker to take this back to the farm. Once it's back at the farm, then we'll unload the harvester. Once we unload the harvester, we'll come back here and start baling. So let's start this train off right. There we go. Perfect. And even better. There we go. Open up. There we go. Perfect. But no, like I said, it's one of those, like, it's a bittersweet pill. It's, I don't love doing dirty diapers. No, I don't think any parent would. But one of those where, they grow out of the diapers and it's like, oh, well, they don't need me like they needed me before, kind of thing. So, just that one little moment in time where you kind of reflect back and it's like, they needed me for everything. Well, now they don't need me like they needed me anymore. And there's a part of me that gets sad when I think about something like that. But there's the other part that's like, it's good that they're growing up. It's good that they're growing as a person, as an individual, and they don't need me like they needed me, when they were 2. So, like I said, a bittersweet kind of moment. There we go. Let's see. Where was I? Will said, I hate to go, but I have to be up early. Have a good night, everyone. Will,
It was great hanging out with you. Great listening to all the dad jokes. I hope you have a fantastic night and take care. We'll see you again next time, bud. Ken says good night, Will. Benji says, hey, Will, and I'm doing great. Awesome, Benji. Glad to hear it. Let's see. So yeah, we are just having a absolutely fantastic day so far. Like I said, it has started out strong. You know, got off to a rocky start, like I said, with my daughter and her having the issues with the diapers. But other than that, it was a really great day. You know, now a part of the Giants partner program. Now, you know, we've got all sorts of different elements to this channel that just keeps growing and growing and growing. Like I said, we've got channel merch, we've got members, we've got the partner program, we've got so many different things that are now happening to and for this channel. I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to see where this takes us, you know, today, tomorrow, the next day. Yeah, it's fantastic. I couldn't be more excited about all the things that have been happening. So, yeah, I'm it's been a good day, like I said. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start the baling here. Need to drop this down. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this. I just noticed that the wrap on the baler here is the yellow for John Deere. So that's pretty slick. Does this? Oh, and it does have the light. Nice. I can't wait to see the bright yellow John Deere wrapping. Oh, wait, there's no wrapping on this one. It's wrapping on the next field. What was I thinking? Duh. I seriously have no idea what I was thinking there. It's like, of course there's not going to be any wrapping. There we go. Oops. Let's grab that little chunk there. Looks like I, for some reason, left these little spots at the end of each one of these rows that just didn't get picked up. I don't know why that happened, but I mean, again, AI. What do we call them around here? Actual idiots. And for good reason. There we go. And then once we get all these bales made, I can have the worker take this back over to the other field, and then I will have my tractor, or no, I can't, because I have a flatbed trailer, and that's already being used up by the one semi. Well, we'll have to come by later after that project is done. Completed their task. Who completed it? Oh, the harvester's done. Okay, well, I'll have to set them off again. Wage payment. Ugh. So let's go ahead and just keep on making our way around. Hopefully that means, though, that that section of that field is done, and we'll be able to readjust them and send them back to the other end. There we go. Keep on rocking and rolling. We're getting through this. 2 rows at a time. Oh, completed their task. I think that was the worker for the other field. Field 5. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Oh, nope. No grass left behind. What are you not getting about this game? And whoop, up, 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 back, back, back. And perfect. There we go. All right, let's turn that off. Fold, raise. Turn off lights. Excellent. Like I said, we're going to have the worker take this over, and then we'll get everything back up and running. Let's see. Go to here. Let's see. Oh, nope. I thought that they would have been good enough to get over. Nope. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay. There we go. And of course we missed all these little chunks right here for some reason. Let's get all these and then we'll be good to go. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. Down, down. Go down. There we go. Bam. Just like that. There we go. Alright, that's perfect. Where? There it is. Okay. Ken says, I have the greatest pleasure in giving my grandchildren sweets, then sending them back to their parents on a large sugar high. That is the grandparents' rite of passage kind of thing. We go from being the parents and having everybody kind of do everything to our children that you don't want them to do, because then you have to deal with the repercussions of their actions, and then eventually you get to grow up and enjoy the flip side of that thing. So yeah, although I completely understand what you're saying, it's one of those that as the parent in that situation, I don't look forward to that. But again, I understand you being in the position that you are and being happy to be in that position. So one of those where, just like everything in life, everything starts out, tough. Like you work yourself up the corporate ladder when it comes to a job, right? You always start at the bottom and you work your way up, and you get all the perks and the privileges as you continue to work your way up and up and up. Well, grandmother is no different than that. Is you start out at the bottom, you're just learning everything, you got everyone around you just letting the poo roll downhill and all that stuff, and it all falls on you kind of thing. And then eventually the kids grow up, they move on kind of thing, they find wives or husbands of their own, they have kids, and then you graduate, you are promoted to grandfather or grandmother, and then you get to reap all the benefits that was bestowed upon you when you were that age. Yeah. It's one of those, again, it's a bittersweet pill kind of thing. You don't get to see your kids running around as little kids anymore, but you get to see their kids running around. You get to see them learning, them bringing on new adventures and all that stuff. And you get to do exactly what you said, which is to sugar them up and send them home. Yeah, so one of those that we were somewhat familiar with, that being longtime aunts and uncles. So as I mentioned numerous times on this channel, my daughters are the result of IVF, in vitro fertilization, because my wife and I, we couldn't conceive naturally, and it was our role for the longest time is we were the aunts and uncles kind of thing. And we were the aunts and uncles that would not give the kids whatever they wanted or anything they asked for, but we were very attentive, very much, willing to, as long as the kids were good and deserved it, to give them the treats, willing to give, not like sugary treats and whatnot. Because my wife and I, we tend not to have a lot of sugar in and around the house. But we would give gifts. We especially when it came to like Christmas, because they were the only children in our lives for the longest time. Like I said, my first daughter was a project 10 years in the making, kind of thing. We were trying to have kids for a very long time before we went the IVF route. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. And we would go overboard when it came to our nieces at the time. We would sit there and Christmas coming around, we'd buy them hundreds of dollars each of gifts. We would their birthdays would come around, we would do parties over at our place. We'd have inflatables and all that stuff for them. We would spoil them and treat them as if they were our kids, kind of thing. Well, now we have kids of our own, and now we're trying to do those same things for our daughter. We're trying to treat her like she's our world, as it should be, kind of thing. So one of those where, not that we've really rolled back per se, like we don't go to as extravagant lengths as we used to when they were younger, because we didn't have a kid to spoil ourselves, or we didn't have a kid to raise ourselves, so we didn't have the same level of disposable income, kind of thing. So now we're in the position to where that's where our kid is obviously going to come first, and we're going to give them the things that they want and need first, before we try and make everybody else's world nicer, kind of thing, in regards to our kids, or in regards to the children in our lives. So anyways, that's kind of how that's how things are going. Luke, hey, how's it going? BDD, how are you doing? Luke, I am having a fantastic day. It has been an amazing day. I'll do a quick overview here in a minute. I haven't been on in a while because I've been on vacation and now working out in the yard at work. Oh man. Well, hopefully you had an awesome vacation there, Luke. Did you go anywhere in particular? But yeah, like I was saying, it's been a great day. Spent all day with the wife and kid today, doing various things. Started off a little rocky, with the little one waking up very early in the morning and deciding to sneak out of her little sleep sack and making a mess inside of her crib, because she decided to take off her pants and diaper and got a bunch of stuff everywhere. We'll leave it at that. So started off a little rocky, but thankfully we were able to clean it. Got everything all disinfected, and everything's fine and good to go there. But the channel had a new event, and it is now, we are now part of the Giants Partner Program here on the channel. So there's a bunch of links in the description there that has all my affiliates associated to it in regards to Giants and all their DLCs and all their games and all that stuff. So yeah, just super excited. Super excited. This is a new milestone for the channel. Channel, we got channel merch. We got all these things that are going on for the channel that like I said, it's just a new milestone, something new to happen, new to be proud of, and yeah, just having a fantastic day. Let's see. Let's get back over to that. Ken says, my parents did it to me, just passing on family tradition. Yes, 100%. And like I said, it's the right of the grandparents to do that kind of stuff, kind of thing. You graduated, you earned it, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't... no parent likes it when their moms and dads do it to them, kind of thing, but it's one of those that you get to look forward to doing it yourself one day, kind of thing. So pretty awesome. Luke says, went to South Carolina to see a friend and his family. Did take videos on my channel. Oh, awesome, bud. That's awesome. Yeah, South Carolina is a beautiful state. We were actually just there a few months ago. Oh goodness, Charleston? Was it Charleston? I think it was Charleston. Let's see. Oh, why did we turn off if we're all full now? There we go. So yeah, let's take this load down. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure it was Charleston where we were at there in South Carolina. It was absolutely beautiful. Right there by the beach and I'm pretty sure it was Charleston. Anyways, yeah, lovely state. They got tons of stuff going on there, especially in and around that area where we were at. We went right there in the heart of downtown, and they got all the shopping district right there, right along the main street there. But yeah, had a real good time. Let's see. Let's take this back to the sell point. Actually, go the smart way this time, and the more direct route out. There we go. Take a drink real quick. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. Ken says, what did you think of my Case IH fleet? Oh, Ken, that fleet is awesome. And actually, you just reminded me, I'm getting ready to show it off here on the channel. So as we've been doing here lately, we've been going through and highlighting pictures and farm builds and all that stuff from within the community here. And I will be showing that off here in just a second. Ken was kind enough to go ahead and send me a picture of his Case IH fleet, and it is massive and it's a beauty. It is an absolute beauty of a collection. So we'll be displaying that ever so shortly. And that's actually the only photo I have this go around for the community show off. So we will just show that off really quick. I don't have anything else, but if you are interested in me displaying your... Oh dear. If you're interested in me displaying your farm builds, your kind of highlights going on your maps, and whoa, I cannot stop. There was a stop sign there. I don't know where it went, officer, I swear. I've never seen a stop sign there in my life. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull in here. So here, while we're unloading here, let's go ahead and show off that image there. That'll work out perfectly as a good segue. So let's start out with that. Ken Adlam was nice enough to show off this this photo here. Let me go ahead and bring up his message because he told me all the various items in order there. So let's see. There it is. Okay. So starting from left to right, we have a Maxim CVX 115, a Magnum 400 power drive, twin turbo, 3 there's, turbo 3, there's 2 of them, Optum 300 CVX Magnum 400 power drive, an Optum 270 CVX, and an Axle Flow harvester. Holy smokes, that is a beaut of a collection right there. Absolutely awesome. Go ahead and close that down. Let's go ahead and hide that. And let's get back to the farm. Oh, and we've got to hurry because they're at 80%. There we go. Let's go ahead and rush back there. Let's see. Luke says, Yeah, is the area I was at was the St. Helen Island. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's an absolutely beautiful state. Normally, my wife and I, we pass through it whenever we go up to Tennessee. We'll kind of, or I'm sorry, not Tennessee. Oh goodness, when we were going to Maryland. So there was a while there because my brother-in-law, he's in the Navy, and he was going up to the Naval Academy up in oh, not Coronado. Why can I not remember it? Why can I? Why can I not remember where that was located? That's going to drive me nuts. Annapolis. That's the that's the one I'm looking for. Oh dear. But yeah, we used to drive through the Carolinas all the time, going up there to see our brother-in-law, or my brother-in-law, my sister's brother, and my sister's brother, my wife's brother. Wow. Words are hard tonight, y'all. Words are hard. Anyways, um, so yeah, no, we used to go through there all the time, but most recently when we were in Charleston, it was there just because we wanted to vacation. We went through, we went to like St. Augustine, Georgia, and then, or not St. What is this big city there on the eastern portion of Georgia, right there by the water? It's not St. Augustine. That's in Florida. Why can't I remember it? Oh. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. Luke says, sorry, but I have to go. Good to see you again. Oh, Luke, it was great to see you again as well. I hope you have yourself a fantastic night and you take care. Let's see. Oh, man, now why can I not remember what that part of the state was called? Savannah. Savannah. There we go. Now, thank you, Benji. Yes. Yes. Holy smokes. I am just absolutely failing on remember names tonight. Let's see. Jonah says, what's a lawyer's favorite railroad? The Soo line. Love it. All right. Now we got that back up and running. Let's get the baler. Unfold. Lower down. Oh, wait. No. We're going all the way back to the shop. We're going to the shop. We need silage additive. Why didn't I remember that? Let's see. Braden B. Hello, BDD. I am new to your YouTube channel. Braden, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see. So we are just, we're going to go back to the shop because I completely forgot to add in the silage additive. I don't think it would have made a difference for the hay, and I'm really kind of kicking myself as to not getting it added, but it will certainly make a difference. I will get I think it's a 5% increase for the silage additive for the silage bales I'm getting ready to make. So one of those... Ken's, where did that sign come from? Right? What sign? What sign are you talking about, Ken? I have no idea what sign you're talking about. There was no sign. The sign was a figment of your imagination. Ignore. I need one of those Men in Black little mind eraser things. There was no sign. Just saying. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Now I'm really curious as to, did I just short myself on the number of bales I could have gotten for hay? I mean, hay isn't going to pay out as much, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Ken says, welcome to the channel, Braden B. Yes, welcome to the channel. Like I said, I hope you're enjoying it so far. We are just working our way around here. We're doing a bunch of contracts, trying to get everything kind of taken care of before winter sets in. We're in September right now, but we are hopefully going to be able to get some more contracts, because I think we got one more kind of waiting in the wings. Actually, let's go ahead and check. Braden says, I'm doing really good. I'm pumped for my vacation next week, Thursday. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any plans for the vacation? Like, are you going somewhere, or? Let's see. So, I think I have a bit of silage additive still. I think it's one of I think it's the one without the green tank. Oh, well, there's some just sitting there waiting for me. Well, why not? I'll take it. All right. Whoa, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, goodness. That was my fault. That was my fault. Let's see. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, yes. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Helps the channel out an absolute ton. Again, a lot of people don't know just how much that like button really goes to help the channel. It helps pump up the algorithms to let everybody know that we're out here and that we are producing content and building a very awesome community in the process. So, like I said, if you haven't done it, do it. And yeah, also don't forget about that little notification bell too. Let you know when we go live, let you know when I produce any sorts of content for the channel. You'll get that little notification. So let's see. Braden says we are driving down to Maggie Valley, North Carolina for the weekend. Ooh, nice. That'll be nice. We're driving from Wisconsin. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's a big trip there, Braden. Holy smokes. That's awesome, though. Yeah, originally I'm from Michigan. So yeah, I used to bob into Wisconsin every once in a blue moon and whatnot. So I know exactly how long that trip's going to be. Let's see. So we're going to go back to the grass field now, and let's go ahead and load all this up. Yeah, 11 hours in the car. Yeah, absolutely. It's not a short trip. Not a short trip at all. But that often makes for the best vacations, in my opinion. Those long drives, you get to see a big chunk of the country that you wouldn't normally get to see. You get to just have fun in the trip getting there. And from the kind of line that you're going from Wisconsin and kind of cutting through, you got some really big options as to how to be able to get there. So if you wanted to, you could go a little bit out of the way and go through the hills of like Tennessee and all that stuff, Kentucky, and really get to see some very pretty sights. If you really wanted to go a little bit out of your way, you could even go through like West Virginia and like parts of North Carolina, and go through like the mountains there where they actually have the road that cuts through the mountainside, going through tunnels and stuff like that. Yes, that's what I've been waiting for, is that wrapping right there. That beauty yellow wrapping. That's awesome. There we go. So yeah, like I said, you got some options. But yeah, me personally, I love to drive places, love going on those long road trips kind of thing. because like I said, you get to see so many different things along the way that you wouldn't normally get to see. Like if you take a plane somewhere, yeah, you get there in an hour or two, or however long it takes for you to get to there. But in the end, I mean, all you see is the sky. Which, don't get me wrong, being in a plane, like especially if you don't often get to use it or whatever, it's exciting, especially when it's like your first time being in a plane. It's really exciting. You get to do something brand new, but it's really boring. You're packed into like this little sardine can, that's flying, 3,500, feet up in the air, or 35,000 feet in the air, kind of thing. Like, it's cool, but it's one of those that it kind of grows old very quickly. But on a road trip, you get to stop when you want, you get to go where you want, you get to do what you want, kind of thing. It's the epitome of freedom. The epitome of, I do what I want to do when I want to do it, kind of thing. It's fantastic. I absolutely love road trips. Especially when those road trips are not in the state of Florida, where I live now. Because I hate driving in this state. It's so bad driving around here. As I've mentioned numerous times on this channel, it's really difficult getting from point A to point B. But when you get there, I mean, there's a lot of very pretty destinations here. There's a lot of cool things to see here in the state of Florida. But it's a real pain to get to. So let's get this all done. There we go. Let's see. Braden says, been to Michigan, went to Michigan last year. Oh, yeah? What part of Michigan did you go to? I guess I lived in Michigan for over 20 years, so I've been pretty much every square inch of Michigan. Ooh, I missed it. Darn it. There we go. So let's see. Jonah says, you coming to my state, Braden. Nice. Benji says Blue Ridge Parkway is... Yes, Blue Ridge Parkway is a beautiful stretch. Yeah, 100%. Jonah says, I once drove 16 hours to Missouri just for trains. Oh, man, that's awesome. See, like I said, the epitome of freedom. Being able to hop in the car and just drive to a destination. You can... Yeah, it might have been 16 hours, but you could have made it take, 24 hours because you wanted to stop and see things along the way, kind of thing. And you'd be amazed, all the little things, especially if you're, one for nature and wanting to kind of, see all the kind of natural wonders, the natural beauties that's a part of this country. There's so many different places that you can stop off and see and do. It's fantastic. Like I said, when I used to go up to like the when I used to go up to the Upper Peninsula there in Michigan all the time, it was one of those where they have all these little turnoffs and hiking trails and all this stuff that you can literally just pull off to the side of the road and then just kind of go for a walk, kind of thing. You're surrounded by the Great Lakes, so you can stop at any numerous number of beaches, up there and just check out the shoreline, or you can go and hop in, kind of thing. I mean, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, no. Let's see. Oh, St. Ignace. Oh, yeah. I've been up there many times. Did you go up to the locks? Or no, what am I saying? That's Sault Ste. Marie. What am I talking about? No, St. Ignace. That's right across from Mackinac. That's right by the bridge. Big Mackinac Bridge right there. Let's see. Ken says, where's the local police when you need them? Right? Braden says, Jonah, I am. What part do you live in? Let's see. Jonah says, in Micro, North Carolina, Johnston County. yeah, like I said, I used to pass through North Carolina all the time. Like I said, because we'd have to go up to Maryland and go to Annapolis and visit my brother when he was up there at school, getting ready for the Navy and all that stuff. It's absolutely beautiful country up there. Um, One of those where my wife and I were wanting to buy a new house. We're wanting to get out of the area that we're in right now. It's too city for myself and for her. We want to get more out and out and away from things, kind of thing. Not too far out because I've kind of enjoyed building this channel, and I don't want to get so far out that I can't continue to do it, or to be so severely limited in the internet choices that not going to be able to get decent speeds for internet. But I mean, that's the great thing about the modern age now, is that we have things like Starlink and all that stuff. So it's certainly not like it was when I was growing up, and the kind of satellite internet that we had available to us was the old. It wasn't Dish Network; it was like Direct TV. It eventually turned into HughesNet, where a strong wind would knock out your internet, let alone a wisp of cloud in the air. It's definitely gotten lots better. Lots better. There we go. So that, we'll leave like that. Let's see. How's this looking? Okay, it is full. There it is. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drive around over here. Drop this right there. Perfect. And we just got to wait until this is done before we can move on to the next one. I don't want to deliver the bales and do all that stuff just yet, because we do have one more baling contract that we can make into silage. So I'm going to wait until the harvesting contract is done, which we're really close. This is just about done. Once this harvesting contract is complete, I can then collect and get rid of all the equipment, and then start working on the last contract, the last mowing contract. Speaking of which, that was a silage contract, right? Yes. So let's get this equipment over to field 39, which is where 30. Oh, okay, perfect. That works out perfect. So we'll just go ahead and take this over to field 39, drop this off past it. Then once we get the harvesting contract complete, we'll accept it, or we'll finish it off, collect on it, and then we'll start up the next one, and we'll be able to fire that one up right away. We won't have to sit around and wait, kind of thing. Let's see. Braden says we went there for a car show, and we stayed in Mackinac City, so we crossed the bridge all weekend. Oh, that's awesome. Did you by chance go out to the island at all? Mackinac Island there. For anybody looking for an amazing vacation, words are hard. Anybody looking for a amazing vacation spot and wants a kind of blast from the past kind of experience, check out a place called Mackinac Island. It is in Michigan, and it is an island out in the middle of the Lake Huron. It's on the east side of Mackinac Bridge. And I always call it the island trapped in time. And the reason that is that there is no like cars, no like modern engines allowed on the island. Everything is horse and buggy or bicycles. That's it. So other than like the buildings, like the houses and stuff that are on the island, which there are houses and stuff, there's no cars, there's no traffic, there's pedestrians. That's it, kind of thing. And it's an absolutely gorgeous island. and it's got the old fort. They call it Fort Mackinac on there, which you can climb up the giant hill to get up to it. It's got a lot of historical significance. Uh, because there was many battles fought there at Fort Mackinac. Yeah, just an absolutely awesome place and an amazing vacation spot. My wife and I, many years ago, we ended up staying at a hotel on the island, and when the kind of tourists leave for the night, kind of thing, they go because the only way you can go there is by boat. You can't obviously you can't go there any other way, but once the what am I doing? Don't have a contract for this just yet. Oops. There we go. So yeah, this doesn't have any that much more to go, but we ended up doing like a ghost tour on the island, and that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever done. Is this ghost tour? So you're walking around the island, and like I said, it's empty, it's dark, and it's quiet. It is like really quiet. There's hardly any foot traffic. There's hardly anything going on. Once the last boat leaves for the night, there's hardly anything going on. But we're walking around on this tour, and we're going to see all these like really old buildings and whatnot, and they're telling us all these ghost stories, or what they claim as ghost stories. Yeah, I mean, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And our tour guide, they were absolutely fantastic. It was very entertaining and very informative. Was a really good storyteller. So it was just one of those where, yeah, it's just an absolutely fantastic place. If you're looking to kind of disconnect from the modern hustle and bustle kind of thing, they've got cell phone service for the most part, but they got it's not great service. It's not great. But they do have Wi-Fi on the island, and most places like the hotels and stuff do have Wi-Fi. And if you're really looking for someplace like really, really fancy, I have not done this. This is like a life's dream of mine, is to one day being able to go onto the island and stay at this place. It's called the Grand Hotel. It is an absolutely gorgeous hotel. It is if I understand it correctly, if I understand the history right, it used to be the mansion of the politicians that lived on the island, kind of thing, of like the local government kind of thing. And it then got bought out, after it was no longer like locally governed kind of thing. And once the state kind of took over, it was then bought out and converted into a hotel. And like I said, it's expensive. It's hugely expensive. It's like minimum, I think it's like $600 a night. But it is just an absolutely drop dead gorgeous spot. And you can go in there, you can go for tours and all this stuff, and they have like all these kind of like local events and stuff that happens there at the hotel. But look it up, when you get a chance. Look up the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, and it is just breathtakingly stunning. And it's like I said, it's just a blast from the past, because it's all the rooms are all decorated out to be, very old looking and very like very dated, but it's got a very gorgeous look about them. So yeah, if I ever get the chance to do that as one of my kind of life's goals kind of thing, it will be to stay at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. And what's cool about it too is that you stay there, you get like all your accommodations for like food. They have a really highly rated restaurant there at the hotel that you get to go to because you're at the hotel kind of thing. So you get your meals, you get like pretty much everything is included kind of thing. I wouldn't call it an all-inclusive, but it's kind of like that. But yeah, it's Who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We keep hustling, keep trying to work hard, and you know, keep doing what we're doing here. Maybe one day we'll be able to afford a night. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop this off. Oh, hey, we got a little chunk right there. Perfect. So now, there we go. All right, let me catch up with the chat here real quick. Farmer Groot, hey, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. You know what would be fun? A multiplayer server. Yes, Groot, I agree. So, Groot, you were not here when I made this announcement. I'll go ahead and state it again. We are now a partner in Giant's Partner Program. So we are continuing to grow this channel, and that is the goal. That is the goal, to one day being able to dedicate enough time to do multiplayer sessions, to be able to do those kind of events, to where we're able to have a set schedule and be able to say, hey, between X time and X time on this day, that day, and the other day, we're going to be doing multiplayer live streams and all this stuff. That is the goal. Unfortunately, I work full time. I'm a husband and a father, so I don't get a lot of time to be able to do this kind of stuff. So, like I said, we keep growing, we keep trying out, and we keep working hard. We'll get there one day. One day, it's going to happen. So, stick with me for the long term, and we'll get there, bud. Let's see. Jonah says, well, I got to go to work in the morning. All right, Jonah. Stay safe, stay happy, everyone. Jonah, I hope you have a fantastic night. You take care, and we'll see you again next time, bud. Take care. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and sell off what we have to sell off. We're gonna keep our finger poised over the Y button to make sure that we don't sell off too much. Let's see. Braden says, no, I didn't get to go out to the island. Oh, man. Yeah, so if you ever get a chance, and being there in Wisconsin, you're not too far away. Another place I can recommend in Michigan for anybody who's interested is a place called Lake of the Clouds. Again, if you want, go ahead and look it up. If you're into like nature and kind of that kind of stuff, Lake of the Clouds is absolutely gorgeous. Again, you can look it up on a Google search, and you will find it is absolutely beautiful. So it's tucked away up there in the Porcupine Mountains. So it's actually right there by the border of Wisconsin. And you drive up this little switchback road going up the mountainside there, and then you park at this parking lot at the foot of the peak of the mountain there, and you walk up. I'd say it's not too terribly far. It's maybe 50 yards or so. And once you get up there, you're looking down over the side of the mountain, and down at the base of the mountain, it kind of goes into this valley, and in the valley is a beautiful, beautiful lake. Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, Lake of the Clouds in the Porcupine Mountains in Michigan. Do a Google search, check it out. It is breathtakingly gorgeous, and is even better to see in person. Like you can see some beautiful photos, especially during the fall, when the colors are changing and all that stuff. That's a really beautiful area. All right, now I gotta make sure I'm paying attention here, because I don't want to sell off too much. All right, 16,950. So I was not terribly quick on the trigger, but that's still a good amount, because all these oats, all of it, 16,950 is going right to making seeds. And the great thing, I keep saying this, using the AGI Storm Pack, the AGI Seed Treater, that is an absolutely awesome mod. And the reason that it's so good is because you get a 1-to-many ratio for your seeds. So we put in our oats here and seed treatment, and you get out a 1 to 3 point, I think it's 3.3 or 3.5 ratio with oats. So we're going to take the 16,950 liters of oats, and we're going to get out something like, I don't know, if we're, let's say 15, 30, 45, that's 46, 47, 48, about 48 to, we'll say about 50,000 liters, just probably shy of 50,000 liters of seeds. It's a huge, huge increase. And oats being a lower price than what seeds are, you're not only getting a boost in the price, but you're also getting, you can see maximum for oats is 1,100. The maximum for seeds is 1,800. So you're getting a boost in price and you're getting a boost in yield. That is huge, huge. So I know I keep talking about it. I know I keep beating this drum, but if you're starting out a series on Farming Simulator and you are looking for a quick and easy way to get product to sell, this is how you do it. There we go. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and turn this off. Now let's go ahead and complete 27,000. Beauty. 23,000 because of the rental. And now let's go ahead and accept that. There we go. Let's see. Braden also said, but crossing the bridge is fun until you get the toll. Yeah, and have to pay $4 back and forth all weekend. Yeah, it is not cheap. Yeah, that toll is ridiculous. Let's see. Discord. Yeah, no, I don't have any. I've actually got to figure out how those things work. Because somebody else did that in the chat the other day. I forget who it was, but they were trying to send something off to send off a notification. I don't have that set up. I need to figure out how to do it though. Let's see. Ken says BDD is the mod I can use to pick up straw off contracts without buying the field first. Yes, there is a mod to do that, even on consoles. So it was Revere Time Todd who was explaining to me last week, or not last week, the last live stream, that for players on PCs and Macs, they have mods that they can install, and it just kind of allows them to accept the straw off the fields kind of thing. But for us console players, it's completely different. So what you have to do is, for a contract where straw is a byproduct, you can go ahead and let it lay down on the ground. But what you need to do in order to pick it up is go under tools and go to your belts, and you'll look for a mod called this. It's the Lizard Forge Pickup. You can download this from the mod hub, and this allows you to just take products off the ground and throw them into a trailer. So you can put this on your front 3-point link, and then it just has the big spout that'll just throw it into it. But this allows you to pick up the straw directly from the ground off of contracts. So you lay all the straw down, and then once it's down, you come back with this bit of equipment here, and then it'll allow you to actually pick it up off the contract. So it works out perfectly. It completely ignores the fact that you have a contract. It doesn't even recognize the contract. So that's really awesome. It also works out really nice for like I said, for just general picking things off the ground, and you don't want to use like buckets or anything along those lines. Let's see. Ken says for console, not PC. Yes, so that is the console solution for picking up straw that's on contracts. Groot says, okay, cool. I messaged you earlier, and I think I'm going to put down the Gem Productions to make money. It looks cool. It is a cool mod. That is a very cool mod. I actually have it here on my map. Now, what I really like about it, I don't have it on my map. I have it on my downloads. But what's cool about it is that one of the parts of the production there is a stones mine kind of thing. Let's see. Is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Metals and gems. So it's this one here. It's the stone quarry. So you literally just turn it on and you get stones. You're done. That's it. That's awesome. That it's free stones. You place this down. It's 175,000. So it's expensive. It's really, really, really expensive, but it's really nice because you get a ton of stones from it. But then you can take the stones and put it into a wash plant here. And then that gets you out the pay dirt. Once you get the pay dirt, then you can put it in here, and you put in diesel water in the pay dirt, and you get gold bars, silver bars, gems, and diamonds, and all that pays out, extremely well. And then you can put this downstream, and then you'd put in the silver, the gold, and the gems, and you get the silver, or I think it's the silverware, the golden cats or the golden statues, and then the jewelry as your output. And then, yeah, it is awesome. But I mean, all in, you're talking, what is that? 175 plus 145. Let me do the calculating. To get everything from top to bottom, 175 plus 145 plus 95. I screwed up. 175 plus 145 plus 95 plus 70 equals 480,000. So you're talking almost $500,000 in these 4 productions alone, but you get a huge, massive payout with a lot of the productions. I mean, you get something ridiculous in some of these. The diamonds themselves are a big payout, and that's technically a byproduct of all the work. Where there it is. So yeah, you get. I don't have a place I can sell this stuff, so I have nowhere to show it. But yeah, it's big payout. Groot also says, I want to take the trip up to the Copper. Oh man, Copper Harbor is awesome too. Yeah, Copper Harbor. If you ever go up to Copper Harbor, check out a little place up there called the Jam Pot. The Jam Pot is it's affiliated with a monastery that's up there, but the monastery has like this little. Basically, it's like not a concession stand, but you can. It's basically a bakery. You can get fresh baked breads and like sweet treats, but what they do extremely well is jams and jellies. Holy smokes! If you have a sweet tooth and you like, homemade jams and jellies, check out the Jam Pot. It is delicious. Absolutely gorgeous area up there, Copper Harbor. And yeah, it is just an absolute delicious treat, the Jam Pot. Someplace that I stumbled across from a friend of mine who went up there, and they're like, oh yeah, you should check it out. It's a cool little place. And it's just a little kind of nook kind of place. But yeah, the product there is just delicious. Absolutely delicious. Let's see. Let's go ahead and finish our kind of loop around. Whoa, easy. And I think once we get this, we'll go ahead and set the worker off, going in this direction, like so. Nice. All right, so we've got, yeah, Copper Harbor. That's all the way. For those who don't know, so the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So you got the Lower Peninsula that looks like a mitten, and then you got the Upper Peninsula, which, yeah, it has that big old tip right at the very northern part. Copper Harbor is like the most northern part of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan there. or at least the mainland part. There's a couple of islands that Michigan has up there. That's the most northern part of Michigan, but um, yeah, Copper Harbor is like way up there. Let's see. Groot says, I think it's a 4-hour trip for me. I'm only an hour and a half from the upper Michigan border. Okay, nice. Yeah, like I said, definitely check it out. It's an absolutely gorgeous area. What's also really cool up there, up in that neck of the woods, because you got to go over the bridge to get to that part of Michigan, because it's technically an island up on that part, but you cross a bridge to get onto that part of it. Is right there in Houghton. No, not Houghton. Oh goodness, what is that little town called? It's a college town. They got what is it called? Oh, it is Houghton. Yeah, it is Houghton. Yeah, I think it's Michigan Tech is up there. But again, beautiful little town. Real cool area, really cool stuff to see up there. Let's see. Braden says, gotta go to bed, got school in the morning. All right, Braden, well, I hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed what you saw here on the channel, and hope I get to see you again next time. You have a good night. Let's see. So we are almost done with this field here. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and park this. We'll get our bale trailer so that way we can kind of go from there. Ooh, and we've got 2 different destinations. What are the destinations? Okay, so we've got 3 different. Yeah, we got 3 different. We got okay. So 5 is going to my production here on the farm. This is going to the livestock bill. So that's the hay, and then 39 is going to the biogas. Okay, so yeah, we got a few different places to go. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I've been pretty much every square inch of Michigan, so one of those that I can recommend so many cool places up there in Michigan. One place that I went to the last time that my wife and I were up there, it was in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I forget exactly where it is, but you can look up. It's called Oswald's Bear Reserve, and it's a place that is just littered with black bears. That you can like go up and see, like be just you in a cage widths away from seeing these bears like live and in person. It is absolutely nuts. But what's really cool about it is that you can pay to actually have your picture taken with a baby bear. My wife and I actually did that. We had our pictures taken with a baby bear. We were able to pet it, like to actually feel like their fur. Like it's not what I thought it was going to feel like. It was actually. Where am I going? Let's go over here. There we go. But yeah, that was a really cool experience. Oops, that's. No, do I have this hooked up as a... Oh no, I have this converted into the pallet pickup. I don't have this as a bale pickup. You know what? I'm right here by the town. I'll go ahead and just have them converted up there at the repair. But yeah, I think it's called Oswald's. Maybe it's Oswald's Bear Sanctuary. But yeah, that was a really cool place. There's tons of waterfalls up there. That's also really cool. Tequamanon Falls is an absolutely gorgeous site. They call it they call the river the Root Beer River, because the river upstream actually flows through a big cedar swamp, big cedar forest, and every year oops, that's not where I meant to go. Every year, when the cedar starts to get into season, it turns the water like a very distinct brown color, just like the color of root beer. So they nicknamed the river the Root Beer River, kind of thing. It's just a cool little place, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see, customize. We want bale auto load. Here we go. Groot says, "Oh, Oswald's Bear Ranch. Yes, that is it exactly. I wanted to ask you about that autoload pallet trailer. Do you like it?" So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. I love the bale load on it. The bale load is very nice, very straightforward. It works fantastic. The pallet load on it, I'm kind of a mixed bag. The pallet load works fine. Like, there's not a problem with the functionality. The problem that I have with it, just like I have with any single auto load for pallets and stuff, is you have to be incredibly careful. And especially with this one, you have to be incredibly careful, because if you don't get your auto load, or you don't get your trailer up to 10% full, if you try to load something different into it, it will override what was in there and delete what was previously in there. So it's because there's 3 separate sections of the auto load in this, and I'm just yammering without paying attention where I'm going. Because there's 3 separate sections, if you accidentally load something else into the wrong chamber, then there's the possibility of you overriding what it is that you were working on, kind of thing. But I do like this, how you do have the option to change the work mode from ground to flatbed, so it basically a normal and easy mode kind of deal. That's really nice. So if you want to kind of sort of simulate loading bales onto it and not do like what I'm doing here, where I'm just kind of driving by and, you know, willy-nilly just picking this bales up off the ground like teleportation style, that is really cool. But oh dear, I am just not. There we go. So 10 bales. I feel like I missed out on a lot of extra product because I didn't have the silage additive. I just have a feeling. There we go. Let's get this over. So yeah, all in all, I think that the trailer itself is fine. It requires you to make sure that you're paying attention to what you're doing and that you don't make a mistake. And like I said, that 10% threshold, I mean, you can lose out on a lot of product by making an oopsie. Like I was loading up the various different outputs there at my juice factory right across the street over there. So I have 3 different kinds of juices that gets produced there. And because of the 3 different types of juices, I had to sit there and remember, okay, well, the front one's for this one, the middle one's for this one, and the rear one's for this one. And unless you want to like dedicate all 3 chambers as part of the same product, well then, you know, you're kind of missing out on the utilitarian purpose of, or the utility purpose of this trailer. But like I said, it boils down to the individual and their ability to make sure that they're paying attention. There we go. Perfect. Now here, let's go ahead and turn off that help window again. Let's see. Pipe and Paul, hey, how's it going? Hey, BDD, and hi, and chat. Paul, how you doing tonight? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Or actually, if I recall correctly, it is, early morning your time, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're on the other side of the ocean, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Groot says hello to Paul. Let's see. So let's go and have the worker take this over to the field number 5 so we can pick up the bales there. Let's see. Paul says, I'm good, thanks. Just leaving for work. Oh, man. Well, that is a bummer, but appreciate you stopping by and hanging out for a little while. Let's see. Ken says, what up, Pipe and Paul? Welcome. Let's see. So let's get the baler. Where's that baler? Where is that pesky baler? I feel like I missed a little couple little chunks. There we go. We'll get these little bits and then we'll go. Oh, there goes the truck. There we go. Get that out of here. Let's see. So 5 is going where again? 5 is going... Okay, that's going to the production point right over there. So that's not a big deal. But that I'm going to have to be very, very, very careful about because I don't want it to take too much product. I only want as much as it absolutely has to have in order to complete the contract. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to only take as much as I need to over to the biogas plant, and then I'm going to sell off everything. And we've got the truck coming our way. Let's get out of their way, because I could play chicken, but I will lose. Let's see. Paul says hi to Ken. Let's see. So let me think. If we get this over, unfolded, lower that down. Yeah, we'll collect all the straw, or straw. Collect all the grass, make it to sides real quick. Then we'll go back to the truck. We'll get the bales from there, offload them at the farm. We'll then jet over to field 39, pick up those bales with the bales that I have left over from field 5. Then we'll go and drop those off at the biogas plant, only what we have to, and then we'll be able to sell off the rest. I think that's a good plan of action. Let's see. Groot says, yeah, I think Driver 53 did a video of the exact trailer and said, whoops, let's see, let's go over here. There we go. Let's stop right there and I'll finish reading. Said you have to be spot on with the auto load for the pallets part of it, but it must have had an update to make it easier to load. It's one of those where I don't necessarily have a problem with it loading per se. And it's possible it had a load that adjusted that, or it's also possible that he just had the work mode on the flat deck, because like I said, the work mode is adjustable in let's see. Oh wait, you said with the pallets part of it. So yeah, maybe there was an update, because I was getting ready to talk all sorts of stuff about the work mode, but that's bales only. There we go. I love the John Deere yellow bale wraps. I think that's so cool. Look at that. We're just whipping up some silage bales. Yeah, so far I think we're doing really, really well. I mean, you figure this is what, the fourth contract that we worked on tonight, and we're just about done with it. There we go. Groot. Case would be better. I 100% agree. Hence the reason why I have a case baler at the farm. 100% agree, bud. Yeah, it's one of those where I think the color palette of the John Deere is far more iconic than probably any other tractor series out there, any tractor manufacturer whatsoever. Just bar none. I think the color combination is just classic. The John Deere green green and yellow. It's just it's awesome. It's an awesome color combination. It's loud. It's almost eccentric, but personally, I really fell out of love with John Deere a long time ago when they got into the whole right to repair issues with their customers, with their owners, not their owners, but the tractor owners themselves, the farmers. Um, I've said it a few times on the channel, but basically the John Deere went out of their way to make as many parts as proprietary to repair as possible, which made it to where farmers had to take their equipment up to the dealership and had to have John Deere do everything specifically to repair their items. And I mean, anybody who's ever worked on a car, anybody who's ever done their own repair work kind of thing, knows that that can be like the make it or break it difference between being able to fix your vehicle and get it back up and running versus not. Because dealerships are absolutely insanely expensive to get anything done at the dealership is ridiculously expensive. And to specifically engineer your product to make sure that that you're forced into that once you bought into it, and you're basically locked into that commitment of having to take your vehicle in and dedicate yourself to these expensive and overpriced repairs. But most farmers, I mean, they'll be able to do all the work and repairs themselves, kind of thing. And most farmers are running on razor thin margins. One small hiccup of too much rain or too little rain or whatever the case may be, too much sunlight, not enough sunlight, could be the difference between them being able to feed their families for the year, or not having anything to show and basically going belly up, kind of thing. It's just, being a farmer is one of, if not the most stressful jobs out there, because everything from start to finish is really taken out of your hands. You don't get to dictate what the weather's going to do on that day, kind of thing. Everything's subject to change, everything's up in the air, and you just sitting there praying day in and day out that one, you're going to be able to sell off everything, and that doesn't even take into account the whole politics behind farming, kind of thing. And people from around the world will know just all the stuff that's happening around the world with the local governments and the state and the countries, just putting their thumb on the scale for certain things that are happening around the world. Let's see, 42%. Let's go ahead and drop this off. 71. Oops. There we go. And what do we got here? 13,000 liters of silage? Perfect. Alright, let's go pick up the bales. Let's see. Oops. Ken says, have you tried your pallet trailer to pick up hay and straw pallets? So I have not tried that out. Oh, I just got a notification. What was that? Bradley Murrow just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, Bradley. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. So no, I haven't tried that out to see if it'll pick up the pellets. But as far as I'm aware, there's not too many trailers or anything. Any of the auto loads that actually works with the pallets from the straw harvest pack. Like I said, as far as I'm aware, the closest thing that we have are the kind of load and unload feature from like trailers and stuff, but it's kind of weird. I've seen, like, I don't know if it's been fixed or if it's been updated or whatnot, but I've seen where people have been able to basically take from the pallets and put it into trailers again, kind of thing. So yeah, it's one of those. As far as I'm aware, no, it doesn't function that way. There we go. Let's see. Only reason I ask is that I have the pallet production plant and storage on the farm and would like the semi and trailer to take my products to market. Yeah, so I don't think that it works as the auto load feature, at least for us on console. I think that PC and Mac players have scripts for mods and stuff to where they're actually able to take the physical pallet and actually load it and move it onto trailers itself. So I think they've got it covered, but I don't think us on consoles have anything that'll handle the straw pellets from the harvest pack, from the straw harvest pack. All right, now we're heading off to the biogas plant. We're going to drop off what we can, but again, I want to keep as much out as possible so that way I can take the rest to sell. Now, because I own the biogas plant, whatever I have left over is going to get, converted, or whatever I have left over that falls in, that just kind of gets in there as overage, that'll get converted into digestate and methane. But it's one of those where I don't want to throw everything in there because I can make, well, hold on. Before I open my mouth, and I'm driving off the road. We'll look when we get there. Oh, much better. Much better. So let's see. Let's go ahead. Biogas plant. We're just making our way. Let's see. Groot says, I don't think there's a auto load anything for that, but I could be wrong. No, I think you're right there, Groot. I think you're right. Let's see. So I do own the biogas plant, so I can make it into digestate and methane, but I want to check something out first. So that's propane. Yes, methane. 811. Ooh. So what is silage? But what kind of... Because I take a big loss in the production portion of it. So we've got 8,400 liters to 1,250. Oof. That... So hold on. We're actually going from an 8 to... Let's see. Where is my calculator? So we're going from 8,484 divided by 1,250. That is a 6x reduction, almost a 7x reduction. So actually, it is better price-wise to keep this as silage, even though we're getting less. So basically, even though we're going to be getting less per 1,000 liters of silage, we would then, if we put it into production here, we would take the silage and put it into methane, and we're basically reducing it by we'll say a 7-to-1 ratio. And this isn't 7 times more expensive than the silage. So I think I'd rather have the $340 at 1,000 liters each than taking the differential payment and losing that product. I think that'll work out better. So let's do this. Let's go move up. All right. There we go. Now, certainly there is more than what I intended to go in there. There we go. And yeah, 13,000 liters. So let's go ahead and just run that through. But now we have 21 bales. That'll work out perfect. And because we got this all on our equipment, I can go ahead and boom, boom, boom. Clear out all that. All right, let's see. Groot says, another thing you can do is look at the icon of the straw pallets and match it with the autoload trailers. For example, look at the 82 Studios autoload trailer and see if the icon matches. Yes, so what Groot is saying is that if we take a look at our trailer here and look down at the bottom there, if you see the straw harvest symbols for the straw and hay pellets, it might work for the pellets as they're loose, but I don't think it actually, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think it actually works as when you actually palletize it. I think it works maybe as the individual products though. Yeah, so there's straw pellets right there, and hay pellets is right next to it. So yeah, it takes the individual pellets. I just don't think it takes it as a pallet version. I think that if you do get the pallet version, it then basically unloads the pallets and puts it back into pellet form, I think is what happens. Because I think the pallets are just the pellet form that... I think you could take loose pellets, I think, and sell it at the pallet sales point. I think that you're able to do that if you have a trailer that can like kind of be manipulated into the sell point kind of thing. But all the pellets or the pallets are doing is taking the pellets and making them into a different means of delivery. Is essentially what I think is happening. All right, so let's... Now, do I have other sales points other than... Oh, wow. So livestock bale is way more expensive. So yeah, we're going to take this over. Let's see. So what would you say is your favorite production on the game? Whoa. Yikes. on the game save that you have. So on this particular map right now, probably my favorite production would be the Stone Factory. Or no, I'm sorry, not the Stone Factory. I take that back. It's this one. It's the Farm Supplies Production Red. This is my favorite that I have on the map. Now, if you're asking me what is my favorite full sentence stop, not just what's on the map, oh, that would probably be... Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. I'll show it off in just a second. So yeah, once we get up there and we get this all sold off, I'll show you what my favorite is. I'll put it to you this way. Pretty much every single time that I do any kind of woodwork on Farming Simulator, I almost always want to install this mod. Almost every single time. Or install this production point. Yes! Look at that. $46,000. That's awesome. So what I like is this one. The carpentry from the packing facilities mod. I just like the packing facilities mod full sentence stop. But this one I like in particular because it makes the wood pellets. And the wood pellets, this particular mod, it produces furniture and pellets so insanely quickly. It's ridiculous. But then you got like the sugar mill, you got the grain mill, the spinnery, like all these have a upped production value and makes more stuff. But you also have some of these that will actually produce other products. Like this one will produce not only sugar, but it'll also produce, I forget what that was, that symbol is. You've got this one that also makes cereal, but it also makes ketchup and salads, and I think that's potato chips. You've got the dairy here, which also does something new. And then you take all these various products, right? You take all these individual ones, and then you can put them into here as your inputs. And then you get things like the kind of aggregated version. So you got the food pallets, the and other different kind of pallets. The red, yellow, and or red, brown, and blue pallet boxes on the bottom. And then you can have reputation, which is ridiculous. The amount of payout that you get for that is nuts. I've never done it before, but it's something that, you know, if I was doing a really long Let's Play or a long live stream, that would be one that I would do. So yeah, you can take all those various products and then make them into food, objects, and liquids. And those sell off as a really high price. I mean, you can see 83,000, 82,000, 83,000. And their maximum is 146, 145, and 148 per 1,000 liters. Like, this is nuts. But this one is insane. Reputation, $326,000 with $587,000 as its maximum payout. Like, this is nuts. Being able to have this as your sell-off point, having one 1,000 liter pallet of this is $500,000. Just one 1,000 liter pallet. That's nuts. Let's see. Ken says, by the way, BDD, I think Jasper is running is running the police. Yes. For everyone else in chat, it is running joke. It is. So for those who are unaware, Jasper is the farmyard ghost, cousin of Casper, that has plagued me for quite some time going on here on Farming Simulator. Started way back when with Dust Bunny, when we were going back and forth about some events that were going on in Iowa Plains. No! Iowa Plains View. And yeah, needless to say, Jasper has haunted me and followed me around from farm build to farm build to farm build, and has influenced the local police department, it seems like. Let's see. Groot says that's almost cheating. So normally I would agree with you, Groot. Normally I'd agree, and it's like that kind of a payout is insane. But the reason that I can justify that this is okay is because in order to have foods, you have to have every single one of these individual components. So you have to have salads, you have to have soy, or no, I think it's, you have to have crisps, which is potato chips, salads, all these individual ones you have to then make, and then once you make all those individual ones, then you can make a pallet of food. And then once you make a pallet of food, in objects and liquids, you have to have everything that will qualify for food, everything that will qualify for objects, and everything that will qualify for liquids. Once you have all three of those products, then you can make a reputation. So it's one of those, this is not something that you could just hop on and just do it kind of thing. It is a ridiculous process, and it takes a lot. It takes a very, very, very long time. So it's one of those that you're not just going to be able to hop on and just do it and just have 500,000 per 1,000 liters. And you figure all the inputs and all this stuff that goes into place for it, $500,000, I mean, is like the reasonable, I think the reasonable payout considering all the individual payouts. I mean, you look at the pallets here or pellets for wood pellets. I mean, your payout for that is $3,000 per 1,000 liters kind of thing. But then you add up the syrups for $2,000, the salads $3,000, crisps for $3,000. Like, you get all these individual components, and then all those individual components require the individual inputs to make those components. Like, if you want, I can actually hop onto my testing map really quick and show you. Like, it's not just a straightforward process. Like, it takes a lot of inputs and outputs to get just one pallet of food. Is a ton of inputs. There we go. And let's see, all the contracts are done. We're up to $200,000 almost, rocking and rolling. Let's see. Groot says, okay, I understand. So it will take a long time. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, it takes forever. You know what? If y'all don't mind, because we are getting ready to wrap this up, I'll go ahead and go into the testing map that I have, and I can show that off really quickly because it's an amazing mod. It's really cool because it's just one of those that just kind of goes downstream to things, to other things. I have a testing map for No Man's Land with a bunch of money and stuff loaded into it. So whenever new stuff comes along and I want to kind of test it out, then that's what I can do. But I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And so a little bit, there we go. So under productions, we scroll over. Like I said, the one carpentry, I love loading that in, and I'll show you exactly why. Again, if doing woodwork is not your thing, then I'll show you a cool little trick that I do. So we've got the carpentry, 60,000, just like any normal carpentry. But you see the output for this is nuts. So you can make furniture from wood, furniture from planks, which I never bother with this because you can make it from wood. But you get this as a byproduct from your wood chips. So you get a byproduct of wood chips from this process from your wood. But you also can then make wood chips into pellets, and you're good to go. And this pays out, like I said, I showed just how much it pays out. It's a really awesome payout, and it is super fast. 12,000 cycles, 4 to 7. So you have 4 wood chips to 7 pellets. That's awesome. But all those individual ones, all those individual production points then goes into this, the packing facility. So this particular mod, again, so what you need for this one is 1 liter of cake, 1 liter of ketchup, 1 liter of salad, a crisp, and cereal. So you have to make all those individual components to make just one food pellet or pallet. So it's a many to one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different components to make 1 liter of food. So that's a reduction right there. But then you've got your objects. Again, furniture, pellets, and clothes to make your objects. And then your liquids is your soy milk, your canola oil, and your syrups to make your liquids. But then your reputation, you have to have one of each one of those in order to get that. So you can imagine just how much time it's going to take to make 1 cake, make 1 ketchup, make 1 salad, 1 crisp, and 1 cereal. I mean, all those individual components just take forever for you to be able to get there. And it's, like I said, it's an amazing mod. But if you have something that you're doing a long-term investment project, then it's a really good one to do. Like if you got any sort of map, and it comes with all the different facilities. And each one of them does have a kind of an increased boosted yield. So you've got the carpentry, you've got the sugar mill. Here, we'll put one of those out there. It's got the grain mill, the spinnery, the food factory, not the cereal factory, the dairy, and there we go. So we've got the sugar mill. So this one you can make a mixed batch. So you can put in a whole sugar beet, cut sugar beet, and sugar cane, and you get out sugar. Or you can do the individual components like we're used to with a sugar mill. So you got sugar beets, cut sugar beets, and sugar cane. But you can also make syrup from sorghum and straw. So that's a different product altogether. You've got the grain mill, which this one pretty much works, as is, but it also has the mixed components. So you have something of each one of those components and you get a higher yield output. But again, look at the yield. The cycles per month is massive, 12,000 cycles per month. Again, you get the spinnery here. So we get, spinnery from wool, spinnery from cotton, and then the mixed material, and you get an increased yield. So that's also a nice component. You got the food factory, which you get cereal, which we're used to that recipe. You got ketchup, which is, tomato and sugar. You've got your salad, tomatoes, lettuce, and olive oil. So you've got to have olive oil. So, I mean, yeah, this is not something that's just going to be like, I place it down today and, later that afternoon, I'm getting $500,000 per 1,000 liters of product kind of thing. That's not going to happen. But it's definitely something that's a really fun mod, in my opinion. This pack is probably my favorite, but one I've probably never used in its entirety besides this one production point. And the one thing that I really love to do, because wood is the main component here on this particular mod, because it's the main component, what I do is I oftentimes will tag it along with another mod. And it is, let me find it. There it is. It's the Mobile Wood Warehouse from the Mobile Utilities Pack. The reason I love this mod so much, and I'll actually demonstrate this really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and sign off for the night. So the reason I love this mod is if you don't like woodwork, like me, I am not a woodworking fan. I don't much care for, cutting down trees and chopping off the excess branches and doing all that stuff. If you don't like it, we take a look at the productions again. Scrolling all the way down, wood in, wood out. Not a big deal. But what's awesome about this, if I come here and cut this tree down, like so, bam, it just disappeared, right? Just went away. No big deal. And it's right here, 3,444 liters from that one tree. You can clear down an entire fort. You can clear down an entire map with a couple of these. But what's awesome is you can also set them to distributing. So setting them to distributing will then take all the product from this particular wood cell or wood unit here and dump it right into this production here. So then you can set this off and that it will start running. It'll start producing furniture and byproduct of wood chips. And then once it has the byproduct of wood chips, you can turn this one on and then you make pellets. So you've got something that's getting created both from the wood and the byproduct. This one, like I said, for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of forestry work. This in combination with that particular mod over there is an absolute game changer in my opinion. Because again, you're not losing out on any of the wood by doing anything. You can do a ton of area really, really quickly and just be done with it. So yeah, those are my absolute top favorite mods in the game. Because it takes something that's so tedious, so arduous in wood and makes it just chef's kiss. But this being the very first time we've ever gone onto a different map in the middle of a stream, I think that we've made a ton of history here tonight. We have started the Giants Partner Program. We have started a new map in the middle of a stream. Yeah, we've gone off the rails, and I'm okay with that. But it is 1 o'clock in the morning here, and it is starting to get late. So I think this will be an amazing spot to sign off. But I want to thank every single person who came out and hung out with me again here tonight. I had an absolute blast. I had so much fun being able to, talk about everything that's going on here at the channel. I, again, want to thank every single one of you out there, not only just the viewers, but the subscribers. I know we got several subscribers here tonight. I want to thank all of you so very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I know I certainly did. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care. And before I go, Groot says, and good night, good stream. Thank you, Groot. I appreciate it. Again, have a good night. Take care. Oh, and good night to you as well, Ken. Take care.